Hey now.
Hey now, hey now.
He doesn't know the rest of the words. It's okay. You know what's funny is when you were doing that, it sounded like you can't hear the music that I'm playing, but it sounded like you were humming along to Treasure of the Rudras.
Oh, I don't even know what that is.
It was a Super Famicom game that like Square made.
Oh.
So I'm playing the soundtrack.
Cool beans.
Yeah. Yes. All right, we're still waiting on the noun face and the Sparkaroo. Let me publish my alert video and get the word out that we're live. I wonder, like, when I'm doing a non-gaming stream, should I play the stream intro?
It doesn't seem fitting.
Yeah, like, I was thinking about that. Like if people really like the stream intro and everything, but, like, it doesn't, like, seem fully appropriate. But at the same time, and hear me out on this, like, this is going to go on YouTube. And List Critics has, like, a built-in audience, and that might get people interested in live streams. So I was thinking...
what if you tag it on to the YouTube video at the end? Or the beginning, whatever.
Well, it would be the beginning. I mean, it ends with "Let's do this."
Let's do this.
Let's do this. Okay, so I'm still posting in Discords, and now I'm about to go on Facebook and Twitter and do that. I gotta like revamp my whole like Twitter. Like I really gotta like gussy at my Twitter a little. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you wanted to, I don't know.
Well, I don't know. It's just, I haven't done anything with it, and it's like, I have been talking to people on there, and it's like, it still says I'm a video game developer. It still has, like, the potato as an icon. And I was like, I don't know. Like, I'd want to, like, have it more connected to Twitch, and not, you know, fucking Kazareth. Hey, Barrel. Hey, nerds. Nerd! Homer, that wasn't very nice. Oh, he says suck at nerds. Yeah, so I was thinking I need to, like, actually spend some time more on that, you know, on the Twitter front.
On the tweeters.
The tweets. Pepperoni Nipples 2. The Reckoning. Alright. So I'm posting on the other Facebook. But yeah, we got plans for the next generation of Pepperoni Nipples.
Just call
Do you know what?
That.
Since
Pepperoni Nipples, the next generation.
No, see, that'll be the reboot. We got to close out the trilogy first, then you do a reboot. See, but I just saw something, and I was just about to tell you about this. Barrel had this idea, like when we were in Discord talk, and the Pepperoni Nipples prank was still ongoing earlier, and Barrel was like, "I'm in on it right away," you know. And he started sending him out. And then he says, what if we went back to AJ's very first post on Facebook and commented there? And I was like, I'm down. And so we found his very first, and I'm looking at it right now, from October 25th, 2010. And me and Barrel and Noun all posted Pepperoni Nipples 2 The Reckoning on that. And
That
it's
is fantastic.
on this, and then AJ just I just saw it now, says 8 years, because it's 8 years later, and then the post again, that's how long I'm blocking y'all for.
Oh wait, hold on a sec. I want you to hear a very 2008 sound.
Okay. Just
I don't know if it picked it up or not.
it sounded like you hit the eject button on something.
Yeah, on my Mac.
Oh, like that was you bringing the CD out?
Yep.
Wait, does it still have like one of those trays, or is it like a modern
No,
disc?
you feed it into the monitor.
Oh God! All right. Well, that's not too bad. Hey, Riddle! Large audience chanting. List critics. List critics. List critics. Okay. Well, I still haven't posted on Twitter, have I? I'm a little verklempt right now. Where is
Talk amongst
Twitter?
yourselves.
For some reason, I don't have a Twitter window open. That is probably why. No, not Twitch. Come on now. What is this shit even? Okay, so, where's Kyle and Noun? Honk, honk, honk. Let's, let me see if I can get their attention. I don't know where the fuck they are right now.
Alright, I'm shutting down the old and focusing on the new.
Alright, yo, your presence is requested. Where's Kyle?
I remember getting one of those.
Yo, your presence is requested. One of those what?
Comments from you, like, hey, it's almost time.
Yeah, like, come on, but yeah, usually you're the last one to come today. You were like right on there.
Well, because I've got 2 monitors in front of me, and I'm just like, it's almost time.
Okay,
And then in a hacker voice, I go,
I'm in. I knew you were gonna say that. As soon as you said hacker voice, it's I'm in.
What else is there?
Well, I don't know. There's lots of cliches out there. You know what? I might as well get like the Pleated Jean shit up and ready while I'm waiting on my other 2 hosts. Let's see. Well, there's the tweets. I love how they change.
Taking a clinker.
Maybe. I love how they changed the thing to 15 tweets everybody should read this week. They're no longer saying they're funny. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because maybe because we've chimed in enough.
Well, I don't know. The people who run Pleated Jeans listen to List Critics. I kind of like that would be amazing because we use their content so much.
Mm-hmm.
No, there's
Get
Tumblr.
the word out there.
All right. Honk, 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 honk. Do we got anybody else in there lurking? Terry's there. And some guy named Armageddon Time? Never heard of that guy.
Yup.
Hi, Terry. How you doing, man? I mean, it's not quite. I told them 8, you know. Oh, okay, T-Sparkle just messaged me back. He'll be here in 10 minutes. So, Sparkle's running a little. He said, oh, fuck. I'll be there in 10.
Oh, shit.
I mean, it's not quite 8 yet. I did tell them 8, but I also say, and you say, I mean, you know, it's funny because everybody knows how I contact everybody for List Critics and how we deal with scheduling and everything. It's done through a Discord channel, and you know, you guys can't see it because it's a secret channel, but it is there. And Jesse never sees anything on Discord ever. So Jesse is the one that I still text.
Yep, I'm old school.
Yeah. Noun, I don't know where Noun is right now. Hopefully she did she say she had I think she said something about having an alarm set for this. Let me look in the thing. Got my alarm set for 30 minutes prior. Okay, well, it's only 10 minutes prior now, so.
It's almost asshole o'clock.
It's 7 past an asshole. Secret channel. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to do submitted list riddle. We'll see. See, I love when people bug me about this shit. Like, instead of just letting us do the show. Like, maybe we'll do submitted lists. Maybe we won't. The reason last time that I didn't do submitted lists was because I wanted to get rid of the massive backlog that I have, which is still massive, by the way. And by the way, there's no way to say the word massive without it sounding slightly, well, not necessarily sexual, but suggestive, you know?
Yeah, when you say massive backlog, it makes me think you need to
like
use the toilet.
Ghetto booty. Oh, okay, well, we went in a different direction there, but okay. Massive. Terry's got the right idea. Terry, do you happen to know where Noun's at? I got an answer from Kyle.
Oh my.
And I got an answer from Kyle. I have not yet got an answer from the Noun Beast. The Nogan Beats. It's okay if she's a little late, but...
Nogan Beats?
Whoa, the Nogan Beats. I was actually talking to Noun for the majority of the day, and then suddenly she disappears. Yeah, where did Nogan Beats come from? Is that something I called her when I was drunk or something? See, oh, here's Chris. Massive backlog to me is I gotta poop and no bathroom is open.
I knew it.
Otherwise known as a Tuesday. So, Jesse, you gonna be streaming anytime soon?
Yeah, now that I'm back, it's just right now my room is kind of everything is everywhere, and I need to remedy that first.
Ah. So, what kind of streams would we be expecting from you in the near future?
Well, tomorrow we're having the opening ceremony for the latest
Oh, the shit thing?
tournament of Elite. Yeah, well, now it's called Elite.
It's no longer called shit?
No, it's the Esports Loving Invitational Tournament of Esports.
That's less fun. We have a Kyle!
Hey!
Alright, Kyle, say something.
Hello.
I'm gonna make you a little louder. 1 second here. Oh, wow, you're maxed out. Can you, talk louder?
Hang on, I gotta deal with a technical glitch on Discord. For some reason, it's outputting through my TV.
Oh, you sound better now.
More like glitch cord.
We're just waiting on the It's weird, because Noun was the one that said she had an alarm set.
Yeah,
So-
I have a rough night.
I can understand that. But we were just talking about, like, stream stuff. Like, okay, so Jesse, to reiterate the question, when you are going to stream, what kind of streams are we going to be expecting?
Well, besides the tournament streams, which is just me playing a video game versus somebody else, I've got Final Fantasy VI on the go.
Oh, it's not going to take you 3
random
years this
streams.
time, right?
No.
Rock Simulator?
No, not this time.
Thanks for the stream, Kyle.
Oh, you're
for the
welcome.
for the hooshed.
And,
The
you
who's
know,
with
just
moose.
other random bullshit.
And by the way, just to catch Kyle up, it took Jesse 3 years to do a Let's Play of Final Fantasy VI on YouTube. Barrel, thank you for the host.
Yeah, I would stop and then go back to it every so often.
You did eventually beat it.
Yeah, about friggin' time.
Yeah, I mean, come on, man. At least you didn't get drunk and rant about the characters and the live stream and all that. You know.
I would have rather have ranted about Final Fantasy VI than 7.
Well, the reason you ranted about 7 when you were drunk is because that's the one you were playing at that moment.
The only time I've ever played it through.
I thought you said you'd played it through twice.
No.
Kyle's like typing on one of those old Victorian typewriters,
Sorry.
you know, that weigh like 70 pounds.
All work and no play.
Alright, I'll mute myself 1 second.
All work and no play make Homer something. You really gonna leave me hanging there, Jesse?
Go crazy.
Don't mind if I do!
There, now that I actually have my shit together.
Ah. Okay, so I think we'll start at 8. We'll officially start at 8. So we'll give now another 5 minutes. So
Okay.
We'll start
Kyle,
at 8.
Yes.
you're streaming as well. Tell us what kind of streams we can expect from you.
I definitely want to get back into some more Spyro the Dragon.
Which looks
Persona 5.
just so terrible. Every time I raid you and you're playing Spyro, it does not look fun.
Well, that's because you always seem to catch me when I'm stuck on one of those Superman 64 levels.
Yeah, but those levels shouldn't exist.
I mean, you're right. But
You
it's
really
a
have
remaster
to
of the
fly through
original, and
rings.
those existed in the original. Technically, I don't have to do those levels, but I'm going
Yeah.
for like any percent, so I'm trying to get through every single level.
Hey Terry, do you have do you have the FXX channel? Because if so, you could watch it on their site. You just log in with your like cable provider details.
Oh, another thing that I'm definitely gonna try and get back into is maybe the occasional Beat Saber, and now that I have the Genesis Mini,
Oh.
I can stream some freaking Sonic 2 or something else from the
Phantasy
Genesis
Star
Mini, because
4.
It's awesome.
Phantasy Star 4.
All emeralds run.
No, Phantasy Star 4. Or you know what you should stream? Have you ever played Gunstar Heroes? That's on there, isn't it?
I don't know.
Gunstar, oh, it's such a good game too. It's
Is
like
it?
a Contra type of type of thing.
Or like Metal Slug-ish.
Yeah. The only difference is that, like, Metal Slug and Contra, you die in one hit, and Gunstar Heroes, you have, like, a life meter.
No, not the
No, not that piece, because Kyle has one of those, and I remember when Kyle got one of those at Games Genesis, and I said, that thing's a piece of shit. And I don't think he really believed how much I meant that until he tried it out, and he was like, wow, this thing is a piece of shit.
I mean, I knew it was going to be bad, but I got it for free, so I just wanted to see like why it was bad, and now I will never touch it again.
Free's a good price, right?
Free.
Oh, hey,
Price.
Mr. Gamer Greg, how you doing, man? That's a new. Have we seen you before, Wait, not Mr. Gamer Greg. Why did I say that? Mr. Master Greg. That's a lot of things. Greg, we're gonna call you Greg. How you doing, man? All right. Where is Noun?
I don't know.
I'm gonna DM her again. I text her on Facebook, except I know she doesn't look at it.
Looks like we got ourselves a pretty good rogues gallery in here.
Yeah, we got ourselves a
chat.
Draco Dragon 227. How you doing, man? We got some.
Oh, hey
some
there. Got one of my faces here.
Is that Draco Dragon?
Draco Dragon's one of my wonderful friends.
A thing with a face?
Yes. They actually used to go to school here, but then...
Wait, did I stream Breath of Fire? I don't remember streaming Breath of Fire. Oh wait, no, I did stream Breath of Fire. You're right, Breath of Fire 4. When I was recording it for my Let's Play, there were a few episodes that were streamed. Wow, I forgot about that. You know what sucks is that there's like 2 episodes of that did not survive my hard drive dying.
Oof.
Yeah.
Just lost to time.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I tried to. There were actually 4 episodes that were corrupted, and there were 2 that I couldn't save.
Oh, that's a lot. That sucks.
Yeah, well, it's like a 60-part Let's Play, so 2 isn't that bad then. Hey, Ross, how's it going, man? All right, guys, we're gonna begin because Noun can just pop in whenever she does show up. She might have like fallen asleep or something. I don't know, but we're gonna play the intro movie. I know it doesn't have anything to do with list critics, but I have my logic for playing it. So here we go. Oh yeah. I don't care how young you are. I'm going to kick you in the head repeatedly. Ah, brutality! I didn't even know I could do that shit. That was awesome. Get fucked. Oh, that's what I called it? Shit, I'm funny. After she ate the pitchfork, she ate like 3 tons of beans. And then as she was standing here, she blew it out her ass. He's not even a weenie. He's a full wiener. Like a weenie is like wiener in training. But he's a full wiener. She do be whack. The Gibbsy noodle.
Gibbsy, Gibbsy, Gibbsy.
Gibbsy, Gibbsy, Gibbsy. He's sleeping right now, so he didn't twitch. He's sleeping on my egg barrel. My feet. Poop me an egg barrel. I never thought I'd hear that or read it. Well, I heard it because I said it. I read it and I said it and I heard it. The Bubble Bobble clip is like my favorite. That was real rage. Your mother! Why did I go for the low poke when I knew he was going to do that shit? Drink the Kool-Aid! That is legit a Chozo statue. Oh my. It's a Cholo statue.
Well, soon.
You'll hear me coughing too. I'm still getting over this cold. Oh,
a goose walked up to a lemonade stand, and he said to the man running the stand,
the Doug.
And then the guy died.
Bull farts is the insult reserved for dong lords, but only the biggest dong lords are bull farts. Like all bull farts are dong lords, but not all dong lords are bull farts. What are you? Who is doing things?
Any kind of sense to you? I'm just looking for some meds to go along with this fantastic cough and migraine I just got.
Okay, lovely. Just show me what it looks like. I will smash you like a clam on my. Okay, that's my other favorite. Is the clam, bro. Let's do this. Welcome to the stream. And there are some new faces in here, so let me just do a quick intro here. My name is NecroVMX. I stream every single day a variety of different games, and sometimes we do crazy live podcasts like the List Critics. If you join my Discord server, which Chris just posted, and T-Sparkle also just posted a link to that, you can see the schedules to know what I'm doing on what days and at what times. And like I said, that is a daily thing, at least 2 hours every day. You can see pictures of my dog. Fun times. We pranked one of our members today. It was epic. Pepperoni nipples forever.
It was great.
It still is. Because you know what? Even though AJ's still driving, and they're going to get there, Therese is probably going to want to take him out to dinner and whatnot. They're going to go out, get their computer set up, probably sleep. It's probably not going to be till tomorrow that they're going to be able to go online and see the full extent of it.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
So there's more that I haven't seen.
Oh, there's a lot. There's a lot. There's my doggo there. My Pibble Draco. So, and if you subscribe, you get the Gibbsy Noodle as a we have a goose too, as a emoji. But anyway, we're going to start with the list critics. I know that the co-hosts listed on the screen says Jesse, Kyle, and Noun, but Noun is like running late or disappeared or wait a minute.
Look again.
Wait a minute. There she is.
You didn't hear that join sound?
No, I don't get that when I'm in streamer mode.
Oh.
I'm in streamer mode. I don't hear things like that. Noun, thank you for coming exactly right when we were going to begin. So that's perfect.
And there she goes.
Oh, is she having technical issues?
Yeah, she came and then went.
I heard like a little bit of her voice. A little bit. Well, Draco, if you like the doggo, definitely join the Discord because I post pictures of doggos quite often. Come on, Noun. Wait, she messaged me. Oh, that was like 2 minutes ago. She F on my way. Let me ask her if she's having an issue. Because, like, we were about to begin without her, but, like, if she can be here in, like now, I don't want to start without her,
Mm-hmm.
Right here, right now.
There's that Jesse humor that we all love and hate.
Yep.
Okay, so we've talked about, since I'm still stalling for time here, what Jesse's going to be streaming, what Kyle's going to be streaming. What I'm going to be streaming is, I'll tell you what I'm currently streaming, guys, because I got quite a bit going on here. We got ourselves East Books 1 and 2, Injustice 2, Undertale, Dragon Quest 11, and Ultima Runes of Virtue. And this week we're also going to be starting Star Tropics 2, which I've never played all the way through. I've only actually played it once, so it's going to be interesting.
Stamp Trampics, yeah.
Stamp Trampics Dash. Because it's part 2, and that's how they say 1 in Spanglish. It's das. Uno, das, trees, quatro.
Oh, yes. He plays Undertale. I gave it to him as a gift.
Undertale. You know what's interesting is I've been having a blast with Undertale and everything, and part of the appeal of it for me is that it's so fucking stupid, and I love it for its blatant stupidity. And I don't get the whole fandom that takes it like so seriously and whatnot. To me, it's very, very aggressively silly, and I like that.
I like that. I kind of separated myself from the whole fandom thing when I played it for the first time.
Yeah.
So it made it very enjoyable just to take the game on its own merit.
Well, you know what, Barrel? That was somebody else's fault. I'm not going to get into it. I actually already got into it in a stream recently. Yeah, DOS, the old computer, but it's Spanglish for 2, Chris. But, my whole aversion to Undertale at first was actually another person's fault, because they were trying to push it on me very, very aggressively.
Welcome back.
Wait, do we have a noun?
Are we working now?
We are. We actually heard you before, but then you disappeared.
No, I know, but I couldn't hear you guys.
Well, you sound great. I don't have to alter your volume at all.
No gun beats.
Noggin beats. That's true.
Yep. Yep.
the
I'm
Noggin-
Noggin Beats.
Because I guess I was drunk one day and I called her Noggin beats.
It was
boy.
good.
It was pretty sweet. Okay, so welcome
really
to the List Critics. And we're going to begin, as we usually do, with 21 instances of Tumblr getting deep.
Go all the way deep.
Oh boy.
Nice.
So here's number 1. Sovereign Dramatica says, I have a right not to see a penis in the ladies' room. Men have a right not to see a lack of penis in a men's room. Oh, they're replying to this, and they say, this is gross, of course, but I'm stuck on the implication that men need to see penis in the bathroom or it's a human rights violation. I need to see the lack of a penis. Or if I don't see a penis, it's a terrible thing. So Smashing Pumpkin Spice Latte says, hey, quick question. When would you be seeing another person's genitals in the ladies' room? And hashtag Gian says, me walking into the men's room. All right, everybody, show me your dicks right now or I'm filing a Title IX complaint.
Oh my god.
That's
Keep
true.
your eyes on your own work.
You know,
here.
It
that's
just had to be that choice of words.
oh, that's right, Kyle. No, but that's real because I know so many trans people, and this is such a big debate, and it's like we don't want them coming into the bathroom. Like, why? They're just trying to pee.
I know, right?
What do you think is going to happen? Let's be real here.
I saw a really good tweet one time, about this. It was like, there was a trans person in the bathroom with me.
Uh-huh.
I was in a stall. They were in another stall.
That's how it
somehow
works in a
worked out.
ladies' room, doesn't it? Like, y'all not...
Yeah.
It's not like at Yankee Stadium when you go into the men's room and everybody's peeing into a trough. It's not like that.
Ew.
I mean, it's been a long...
that real?
Yeah. It used to be. The old Yankee Stadium, it was like that. All right, number 2. Whoa, why am I hearing my own voice? Okay.
Why do you?
Okay, it's gone. I got a weird reverb there. Okay, number 2, Doggos with Jobs has this picture, and I'm actually going to share this with you guys in the Discord. So if you're not in the Discord, you're going to want to join. Let me just post that in the general chatismo there. So Doggos with Jobs posts this great picture of dogs sitting in chairs. It looks like a movie theater almost. There's a whole lot of them. It's adorable. And it says, service dogs training to sit through a movie at a theater. And Driftwood Dragon says, it's actually better than that. The picture comes from dogs being trained to sit through a play, which means there are actors on stage performing a musical for a theater full of dogs. And I don't know if it's just me saying the word dog so much, but Gibbsy Noodle decided to come up and flap himself at me.
Oh, I
Hi.
heard them Gibbs.
Yeah.
ears.
Oh my.
Yeah, how you doing, Gibbsy Noodle?
Oh, I like all the dogs' heads just slightly popping out there.
Yeah, and they're watching the play.
My favorite thing is the ones that they're resting their chins on the backrest.
Yes, that is adorable. Gibbs doesn't do that. Gunny does that though. Yeah, it was actually posted in the meme section, Riddle, but that's besides the point. So you know what's funny is the top level, the graduate, the final exam would be they would have to watch the play Cats.
Oh no.
Yeah.
No.
Or
Yes.
that new Cats.
Or the Lion King.
thing.
Well, that's
I
not
was just talking about that trailer last night, and I'm like, hey, you remember that trailer for that movie, Cats? And everyone's like, oh god, don't talk about that.
Yeah, nobody wants to hear about it. All right. So number 3 actually starts with a tweet from some guy named Good Time Charlie who says, today I learned that someone set up a solar-powered MP3 and speaker system in the middle of the Namibian desert to play Africa by Toto for the rest of time. Which is amazing. So Autumn
I
Gracie
would
says,
love to hear that.
imagine being hopelessly lost in the Namibian desert and you start hearing Africa playing somewhere over the dunes. You're like, okay, that's pretty surreal, but a definite sign of human life, which means I'm saved. But then you get closer and it's just this fucking thing.
So much for blessing those rains.
Oh my god,
I guess
Chris.
it doesn't rain right here.
No, right? Chris said he had to hug and say sorry to his uncle's dog because he accidentally sat on her. That sucks. I've been there. Number 4. This one starts with a post on Reddit. From Legal Advice UK, emotional support class says, about to be sacked from work. Can I hire a clown to support me in my meeting? I fucked up at work and I'm pretty sure I'm going to be sacked. They've invited me in for a meeting where they're going to sack me. They told me I can bring somebody to support me. I want to hire a clown to support me. I'll get him to blow balloon animals and to mime stuff. Can I do this? Can they stop me? Now, what's interesting is I've actually saw this in a news post. So this is real. This guy really, he did go through with it. But the reply from Tumblr is, OP, I wish only the most wonderful things in your life. And then White People Twitter replied with the news post. A New Zealand man brought an emotional support clown to a meeting where he knew he'd be fired. The clown blew up balloons and folded them into a series of animals throughout the meeting, and then mimed crying when the man was handed a pink slip.
Oh my god.
So, you know what's interesting is
Wow.
he starts off asking the question, like before he even hires the clown, he's like, can I do this? Can they stop me? My thought is, what the fuck are they going to do? Fire you?
Oh, wait a minute.
Like for real, like what can they possibly do to you at that point? Let's be real. Of course you can do that. What are they going to do?
Physically eject you from the building?
That might be more fun than getting fired.
I mean, that's getting out of like court.
There you go.
I mean,
Number 5 rather. Saints Row 2 says, I just had an experience I don't think anyone else on Earth has ever had before, where I saw a Tumblr ad and thought, wow, that seems interesting. I want to check that out. It was an ad for a new method of learning to speak Welsh. And for the first time in human history, I actually intentionally clicked on an ad on Tumblr to see more information about a product, and the fucking link it had embedded was broken and didn't work.
oh, that is like the worst insult.
You finally find an ad you want to click on, and it doesn't even work. So
Yeah.
Blue Jay on the Wing says, oh, cool, I'm interested. Where does this link go? Tumblr ad. I don't know. I didn't think I'd get this far. So,
Yeah, pretty
if you
much these
if you
days.
couldn't tell from the voice, it was like a plankton meme. And by the way, Kyle, I still haven't gotten that secret formula from you.
Oh god. Stop that.
I don't get it.
You are the one that started it.
I did it one time.
I don't know.
I thought that was gonna die.
I
I don't even
for-
remember why I said it.
For anyone who doesn't know, on T-Sparkle99 stream, that is Kyle's name on Twitch. For some reason, he said, you're acting like plankton to me. So I decided I'm going to own it. And I started saying, all right, I see how it is, but you know what? I'm going to need that secret formula, Kyle. And I've been bugging him about it ever since. Because one of these days, just go over to like fucking SpongeBob or, you know, what is the other guy's name? Squidward. His fucking, what? Oh, I got an alert. What happened? I missed it. There was an
It's
alert.
one of those SpongeBob thing. I don't know anything about SpongeBob other
No.
than, you know.
Just get
the
the
guy.
secret formula. I'll pay you.
God.
No, but no, what was, I just got an alert on Streamlabs and I didn't even see it.
I didn't see it either.
There was somebody who posted a link, some weirdo.
No. I know. I mean, there was an alert, like a stream alert, like bits or something. It wasn't bits because I would see that in the chat. But wait, isn't there a way to like play the last alert?
Yes.
Draco Dragon followed.
Oh, yes, it was. It was Draco Dragon has followed. There it is. We'll just play that again just because I missed it the first time. I don't know why it isn't showing up.
Do you have it showing on that scene?
Yeah, I mean, it's my. Hold on a second.
I had a lot of problems with Streamlabs alerts where.
Yeah, I'm noticing. I'm noticing
Yeah,
that my.
me too.
Hold on,
It does
my
follow.
my alert box thing somehow got pushed all the way to the bottom of the layers. So I just moved it to the top, and I'm gonna play the alert again because the third time's the charm. There it is, because you got to see Spinda every time we get a follow.
There we go.
So there we go.
We did it.
Okay, we did it! Yay!
We made it happen.
Number 6. Yeem says it's fun to stay at the Y. Smurl Girl Thing says M. Yeem says M. An anonymous gifter has gifted Dr. Barrel a tier 1 sub. Barrel, enjoy the use of your doggo and your goose. And yeah.
Whoa!
Whoa! Thank you, anonymous gifter. Okay, so Yeem says it's fun to stay at the Y. Small Girl Thing says M. Yeem says M. Yahini says M. Ravniken says smacks the side of my boombox to get the CD to stop skipping. It's fun to stay at the YMMMMMMMMMCA. Number 7, biggest, gaudiest patronuses says, what if your eyes change color depending on your mood? A teacher looking up from a lecture and being annoyed that all the students' eyes are grayed with boredom until they notice a sinking horror that one student in the back who is deeply aroused.
Oh,
No, there'd be this unfortunate time period of teachers who would just be like, "Why are all of the guys just intermittently horny all the time?"
I think it's creepy. Well, I mean, teenage boys.
Teenagers.
That's a question that answers
of
itself.
puberty?
No, yeah, it just happens. But it's even creepier if it's just one guy who's deeply aroused while everyone else is just sacked
always.
out. Which it makes you wonder what is the lecture about? Are we talking about something horrible from history? And this guy's just like,
What is even happening here? I don't want to know.
Okay, so many of these these are all Tumblr, but so many of them are replying to stuff from other medium. Number 8 starts with a tweet from Doggo, but it's like Doggeaux. Me, octopi could hug 4 people simultaneously because God blessed them with the ability. However, they don't even hug one person because they have made a covenant with the devil. Any questions? Churchgoer, where is our regular pastor? Me, in a better place now. Sit down immediately. So 4K is king says, at under pale moonlight. I don't know what that's about. Oh, Dance of the Devil in the Pale Moonlight, I guess. Oh, wait, Corgi701 says, I'm going to be honest. I didn't even read the tweet, but I hit reblog too fast when I saw this guy's name is I like hitting police because I am homosexual.
What?
And then Fig Mentoff says, can confirm that it is legit what it says. So the Twitter name is @Doggo, but how there's a handle that you give yourself? Yep. It's in Chinese, so I didn't even try to read it. But apparently it says, I like hitting police because I am homosexual.
What the fuck?
There's got to be some
great.
translation snafu somewhere. Along
No, I doubt it. I doubt
don't think
it. No,
that's a
that's like
snafu at all.
that's like some Stonewall riot shit right there. Okay, so number 9. This also starts with a tweet. Denzigan James says, when you want to watch Young Frankenstein, but Netflix for some reason gives you the subtitles from Lilo and Stitch.
What?
Oh, that'd be
Oh
fun
my
as
God.
hell.
Oh my God. So Burnt Copter says, I am not seeing anything wrong per se. And then Queen of the Imp says, this was great, but the part that's killing me is Netflix's follow-up. And there's a tweet from Netflix US that says, this issue has been resolved. And a picture from Lilo and Stitch where Stitch is just like, rah, and it says, Frau Blücher, deranged neighing. Which is from Blücher.
Oh.
It only works if you've seen the movie Young Frankenstein, though. If you haven't seen Young Frankenstein, that's way over your head. Okay, so number 10.
Check your DMs.
Should I check my DMs? Okay, I'm looking at my DMs.
Check them before they're.
Oh, wait, so... Yeah, but that's Japanese.
I thought you said Japanese.
No, I said Chinese.
Oh my
He
god.
said Chinese.
Sorry.
Wait, could you send it to me in
Japanese.
could you send it to me in Chinese so that I can compare it to the
Absolutely.
tweet? Okay, because that's what you're getting at, right? You want me to look at the tweet?
Yep.
Okay, all right.
Compare the two.
Okay, so in the meantime, let me move on here. Number 10, Cinepeaches says, "Oh God, I hate that there's emotes in this, but okay, this emote, which I'm putting into Twitch now, Jesus Christ, that emote, which is like the not pleased face, and this one, which is kind of the same thing. Oh, well, that turned it into emoji, but you get what I'm saying, right? Are irreplaceable emoticons that emojis will never be able to touch." And then Rudy B-Boy replies with the emoji versions of those emoticons. And then Sleepy Kirby says, if you think an emoji has the same power as the emote, you are a blind fool.
Wow, okay, I resent that.
Why do you resent that?
I'm partially blind. I guess I partially...
Oh, but you're not a fool, so... All right,
Says you.
I have the official Chinese translation from T-Sparkle, or I like hitting police because I'm homosexual. And now I'm scrolling up to Yeah, dude, that's it. That's exactly the same.
Oh my god.
It is exactly the same. I'm gonna actually send you the image, so you can look at it. Well, it is exactly the same.
Can
That
I just
is-
appreciate the amount of times you have said that phrase? Just
Yeah, it's at least 2, right?
I'd like
At
to
least
see it.
four.
I'd like to hear a supercut of that.
But it's at least 2. You guys don't get it. Whatever. It's based on this joke where you say like, well, how, you know, like you see like a big jar of rice and you're like, wonder how many kernels do you think there are in there? Like, well, at least 7.
Wow.
Wow.
oh,
Well played. See, Draco gets it.
that's pretty hilarious.
Draco gets it. Oh, naturally, yes, that is funny. All right, number 11, Crazy Kathy
laugh a lot.
Lee. Crazy Kathy Leon says, I made my first Photoshop thing, and it's just putting like angry eyes on a fish. I love it. And Defiler Worm says, never have I seen anything that more perfectly encapsulates the personality of a beta fish. Well, it's just angry, pissed off eyes. I've never had a beta
They
fish.
are.
Or, like
They're super angry.
Really? What are they so pissed about? What do they got to be
I don't
pissed
know.
about?
Life. I think they all just
you think-
perpetually have like
do you
the
think-
short complex.
Fish like deal with anxiety? Like, I wonder if that's a thing.
I don't know.
I guess
wonder
it's just
if
a beta wanting to be an alpha.
Ah. Okay, well,
If you have,
okay,
if
thi-
you have those betta fish, then you can't put them in a tank together because they'll just fight each other. To
oh, they're
death,
like,
I
oh,
guess.
so they're like the Chinese fighting fish kind of deal, like
I
that.
suppose.
Yeah. Okay, number.
In their mind, there's ain't nothing beta than a beta fish.
Just stop, all right. You know, quit while
Stop
you're
trying to
behind.
Make that happen.
Quit while you're behind, okay? Number 12.
Trying to make fetch happen.
Problem says, you're so considerate. Haha, thanks. I was raised in constant fear of upsetting people, so, you know, finger guns. And then Nitro Streak says, today somebody told me that I'm nice, and I literally said, thanks. It's the emotional trauma. That's real, though. Like, anybody who is, like, a nice person, and I mean somebody who just is nice, not somebody who constantly tells you how nice they are. Usually...
Terry's mood is very real.
Mood, yeah, exactly. It's big mood. Oh, right as Barrel said, big mood. It's so
Yeah,
true.
big mood.
Like anybody who's just a nice person, a genuine nice person, not somebody who screams about how nice they are. Usually,
I'm such a nice guy.
if anybody tells you that they're nice, it ain't a thing.
Guess
I
he
just-
tells me that he's nice all the time.
Who tells?
Alright, you guys wanna
yeah.
get
Oh,
something
I don't
crazy?
need to. I don't need to guess. I know the
Yes.
answer. Is he a full ass wiener with a black belt in wiener?
It could be.
Yeah. Is he part of my intro?
Yes.
Yeah. Kyle has something to say.
Okay, so I just got an ad for a company called Ever Accountable, and it says, do you wish you could kick pornography out of your life? Quitting porn is no easy task. Download our awareness list of 101 things to do instead of looking at pornography and get back to thriving. 21-day plan to quit porn.
Okay, hold up. They give you a list of 101 things to do instead of looking at porn.
Yep.
Just go to our NoFap.
Do they realize that like nobody looks at porn because they're like, oh, there's nothing to do. I might as well jerk off.
Just
No,
go to I am.
you look you look at
Do
porn.
that.
You look at porn because you want to see porn, right? I mean,
Yep.
that's very strange.
It's a self-fulfilling prophecy.
It really is.
I don't even get why I saw that ad.
Well, because you're Mr. NoFap.
Mr. NoFap. Boy,
Mr.
you must
NoFap.
be ready to pop.
Holy shit, Jesse! Damn. Oh. That was funny. Okay, so number 13, Minutia R says, where did you learn to fight like that? I have 3 older brothers. Really? Yeah, Winston played the first table on the chess team. Chester used to start crying every time he heard a sad song. Dan can really rock a cocktail dress and 6-inch heels, and I wasn't going to let anybody give them shit for any of that. So I had to learn to beat up people bigger than me pretty early on. So then, real kaiju have curves, and I just want to really just give love to that username because that's amazing. Says,
That's wonderful.
this is my new favorite post. Whenever there's a female character who fights, it's always because she's learned from older male relatives. I'm gonna print this post and put it on my wall because it gave me new hope for humanity.
Had they lost all hope? Damn.
Who? What? Jesse's on a different level right now. I don't know what he's talking about.
To take from that.
What are you talking about?
They have a new hope for humanity. So had they previously lost all hope?
Who hasn't?
Do you not read the news? I almost said the Muse. Do you not read
Well,
the
you
Muse?
know what it is that Jesse lives in Canada where everything sucks a little bit less.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez.
So
There's some cool stuff.
yeah, everything sucks a little less.
Yep.
I
That's-
Did you
chocolate's
barely
pretty
have
cool.
Muse?
Well, we have chocolate here. I'm just saying that everything sucks more in the United States.
Yes, I am on world -1.
So, as a follow-up to what I was just talking about, Draco Dragon sent me a text that says, "What do you do online? I'm concerned." And then also says, "YouTube gives me ads for male condoms, but they're not male."
What?
What?
Wait, huh?
Gee, I get ads for the Sega Genesis Mini. What are you guys looking at?
You tell me.
I get ads for life insurance.
I get that too.
YouTube kept giving me
I
ads
get
for
I
the
get
Genesis
insurance,
Mini, so I
the
don't even
Genesis
wanna
Mini,
know.
and I get like pet food ads a lot.
I get ads for literally nothing because I'm a filthy ad blocker.
Well, I use AdBlock on one browser and I don't use it on the other browser, so that I have the option, you know. But when I'm looking at it on my phone, there's really no option because the YouTube app is you're gonna have to see the ad, you know. Okay, so number 14, Fangirl 0013 says, next time you think your workplace is weird, please remember that my workplace has an annual tattoo night out where we rent out a tattoo parlor, order pizza, play Cards Against Humanity, and watch some of our coworkers get tattooed.
That sounds
And
great.
That sounds awesome.
Wait. We're not even at the punchline, though. That does sound great, but watch this. So that one guy, Kaiser, says, where do you work? And Fangirl 0013 says, a library.
What?
That is a fucking bitchin' ass library, huh?
This
Sexy
basically
librarians.
like this basically confirms like all of my kinks.
Oh
They're
my
not
God.
just a trope. They
I'm
actually
finding out that I have ones I didn't know about. Okay, number
Do they
15.
get like tattoos of like books or librarians or?
Imagine if
Hey, now.
if it wasn't that, but it was like flaming skulls and like biker shit.
Yeah.
Okay, so number
I kind of wanted to
15.
be a librarian when I was younger, and I have a couple tattoos. Just
There you go. Number 15, Lake Vita says, gonna go stand in a creek. Do you guys need anything? And my phantom needs me says, yeah, I need you to find a leaf and gently set it in the water and watch it solemnly as it floats away. And Lake Vita says, God, finally a reasonable request. Okay.
I believe you mispronounced it. It is crick.
No, it definitely is not. It definitely is not crick.
He's got a point to that.
Okay. Number 16, Tiltat says, today I learned that the Hoover Dam is expected to be one of our last remaining visible structures from our species, and it contains a star map that if no other means were available, could be used to determine the exact date on which the Hoover Dam was completed. Daco Broman says, we could have just chiseled in the fucking date on it, it's not some Stone Age creation. And Armed and Gangera says, yeah, because the squid people that inherit the earth will know when Christ was born. And Skelligan says, they will be Catholic. Catholic
like,
squids. You know, it makes me think of that.
Goddamn.
Is this a goddamn? Somebody had to go there.
Somebody had to say it.
I have a question. Is this a goddamn? No, but for real, like, that reminds me of that movie Arrival when everybody was trying to talk to the squid people. Like, I'm kind of shocked that there weren't anybody trying to, like, they weren't trying to, like, you know, sell them on Jesus. Like, nobody was trying to do that. All right, number
I
17.
think they were too busy trying to figure out like if they were gonna die. Well, they were talking in circles at them.
See, now that's only funny to, like, the 3 people in here that have seen the movie.
Hey, but it got you guys to groan, so
I got it. I understood
it's a
the
real
reference.
good movie.
I feel like it is an excellent movie, but I if anybody is unaware, basically Lois Lane and Hawkeye teach squid people how to talk. But no, for real though, it is an excellent movie. But
I bought that movie.
I
for
feel
my
like
ex.
Captain America. Like I understood that reference.
Yeah, I know, right? I bought that movie for my ex, and he thought it was confusing and boring. And
Charlie Sheen isn't winning in Arrival. No, Wayne, not The Arrival, which was a shitty, like, alien invasion movie with Charlie Sheen. A movie, it was just called Arrival. And it had Jeremy Renner and Amy Adams, and they were linguists trying to talk to these squid people. All right, so Changing the World for Good says, amazing lesbian irony. My lesbian friend is not out to her parents. They don't want her to be in a relationship, so they're sending her to an all-girls camp for the entire summer. She will not stop smiling. This is beautiful.
my god.
She's just like, jokes on them.
Oh, that's good.
She's gonna be that one girl in the camp that's gonna be like, you guys want to go skinny dipping? And they're gonna be like, again?
Yes, over and over.
Again? Really? All right, number 18. Shensis says it's abolish all clocks. Let's abolish all clocks. Wow. The concept of time itself. Live by sunlight. Primal.
Cyclops.
That too. Him too. Primal instincts and internal clocks only. Stephen Bucky says, when is the next bus getting here? It's a surprise. And then Grouchy the Fish says, that's not different from how buses already operate.
Oh God,
that's real.
Yeah, right.
That's very real.
Unfortunately, I focused on the fact that somebody's username in that entourage was Stephen Bucky.
Yeah, that's definitely the road TP. All right, number 19. This asshole says, look, the only live-action Disney remake I want is The Emperor's New Groove, and I want there to be no CGI. I want Kuzco to be played by 2 actors in a cheap llama costume. And Walu Wadjet posts a picture of what that would conceivably look like.
Yeah, give him like a shoestring budget.
Barrel, that joke is older than everybody in here combined. Okay. Well, definitely everything's older than Barrel, let's be honest here. But like if you took everybody that's in the Discord, not just I'm talking about on Twitch right now, but like in the Discord, take all 150 people that are in there, add their ages up. That joke is older than that, okay?
Oh.
Number 20, May says, this spoonful of honey I just had is the best darn honey I've had in my life. Find me the bee who is responsible. And then somebody made a username that is the bee responsible for this honey and wrote blushes.
Wow. I kind of get this like fugitive thing. Find me the bee who's responsible.
At least you didn't go with the bee movie, I mean...
What's the deal with
How
honey?
to take it there?
I was honestly expecting a response with a picture of Barry B. Benson.
They're stealing our honey. All right, Rebloggable Meme says, this is the last one, number 21. Rebloggable Meme says, I was in art class today. A girl was crying and her friend was comforting her, but she kind of just stopped and was like, I'm sorry about what happened, but where did you get your eyeliner? It seems to be really good. Like it didn't smudge or anything. And the girl that was crying just sniffled and said, it's Sharpie.
Oh.
I mean, yeah, sure.
Oh.
Oh, look what you've done. Now they're talking about B-movie in chat.
What's the deal with Barrel liking the B-movie? It's
What's
not
the deal?
very good.
What's the deal with that one woman that had B-movie showing on Netflix like 50 times in 1 month?
She probably had kids that wanted to watch it every fucking day.
She had a kid who would not shut up if that movie was not playing.
I understand. Yeah, exactly. That's got to be it. All right, so out of 21, this was a really good grouping of Tumblr posts. I laughed multiple times, and I'm going to give it a 21. I'm going to give it full marks. What do you guys say? Just give me numbers.
18.
18 from Kyle.
20.
20 from Jesse.
19.
19.
That was easy.
What the hell?
Thank you, Kyle. Kyle apparently is a Staples whore.
I just happen to have an easy button in my room.
Yeah, of course you do.
Because one day my mother decided
Ladies!
stuff, and included in that package of stuff
That went right
was
over
an
his
easy
head.
button.
That went right over his head.
I'm so glad that you keep going with that ladies thing.
Ladies. There's an easy button in Kyle's room.
Oh my god!
There you go.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah, all right. Kyle's a slut, is what I'm saying.
Ladies.
No, I'm joking.
Hey, lady.
Kyle is not a slut.
No, he's not.
No, actually-
he's devoted.
Yeah, devoted to Twitch. No, but no. Okay. Do you realize what you just did there?
What?
No, Jesse. Do it again.
Hey, ladies.
Do you realize what that sounds like?
No.
Oh my god. It might take me a moment, but I need to fish something out of my the deep reservoir that is my YouTube favorites list.
Oh,
Sounds
no.
like Beastie Boys to me.
Yeah, that's where I got it from.
Yeah, but it sounded like something else that, like, now you're probably gonna go, oh, because I'm sure AJ showed you this at some point in time. But
Angel's shown me many things.
ladies, no, but for
Oh,
real,
lady.
oh, hi Gibbs, how you doing, buddy? He was a good boy.
That Gibbs noodle.
He's the Gibbsy noodle. Let's see if I can get him to go crazy. Gibbsy, 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 Gibbsy. Gibbsy noodle, Gibbsy, Gibbsy noodle. Hi. That was a good boy. He's right up at the mic.
Gaga bouncing
He's-
on you.
He was right up at the microphone there.
No, really, who is a good boy? You keep saying it. Who's a good boy?
That's what he's asking.
And you tell him you are, and he's like, I'm amazing.
Keel's over.
Yeah, like, oh my god. Oh god, where is this fucking video? It's impossible to search for because even though I search for the exact title of it, it never comes up. I have to go through my favorites every
I
time.
can't handle the amount of hype that this video has been given.
Yeah, I'm
There's
sure
not an option to
you've.
search by the title of the video in your watch history.
Yeah, well, no, I don't think so. Well, actually, maybe I can.
Put it in
Because
quotations.
you can do
maybe?
that on YouTube.
No. All right, it doesn't matter. There's like 800 videos in my favorites, and well, I'm gonna try one more search here.
Oh, while you search, I gotta refill my cat's food dish.
I'm getting everything that I don't want to get. Yeah, this is no. Never mind. All right, it was that video. Now Noun's not here now. It was a video of like this insane man screaming about bras.
What?
And basically there was this like bra store in Australia and they were going out of business and they were going to have like a liquidation sale and everything was on sale. But instead of just doing like, oh, by the way, we have bras cheap here because we're going out of business, this guy and he screams, oh, ladies, it's the most... and it's just so fast and so ridiculous. It's
Wow.
like, it sounds like if you took an episode of Dragon Ball Z and like fast forwarded it.
Oh no!
Oh, good lord.
And the
That
name
is amazing.
the name of the video was Intimate Apparel, and apparently like AJ found it somewhere and I can never find it when I'm looking for it unless I was to go through my history. I search for Intimate Apparel and all I get is like comedy sketches and like actual like reviews of bras and shit like that. But
Ugh.
yeah. All right, anyway, 15 tweets everyone should read this week. Brought to us by Pleated Jeans. This is our next list. Number 1, Conrad here says, just got fired. Oh, I should read this in order. I hate that with Twitter, the reply is on top. I hate that. So they said, taking an hour-long break instead of a 15 is my way of fighting back against capitalism. And then replied, just got fired.
Yeah,
Womp
That's...
womp.
that's how it goes. By the way, when I say I'm walking away from my Surface for any reason, I have wireless earbuds, so
Oh, so
I
he's
can
like,
still hear y'all.
she can't hear us. She has AirPods in. All right. Yashar Ali here says, when I say I nearly passed out from laughing, and I got to play a video, really? All right, I'll play.
We tried to reach out to the man who died in this pursuit. They were unavailable for comment. Micah, back.
What did that have to do with anything?
I don't like extra work.
I played it. I don't know. You guys that are watching this heard You can explain it to me later. Number 3, Ev O'Driscoll says a Lunchable is a charcuterie if you're not a fucking classist. I mean, I can't really argue with that.
No, I mean,
They're
That's-
fine.
It's basically the same thing. Yeah. All right. Number 4. Who is typing?
Sorry.
Somebody's typing so much.
Kyle, stop typing. What are you doing?
Get a
I was
non-mechanical.
trying to find that video.
Oh no, you're not, don't worry. I'll find it like when we're not streaming, and I'll send it to you.
Or go to push to
It's-
talk
it's
if you're gonna type.
Like it's really it's just a guy screaming. The video's in like 144p. It's ridiculous.
Oh.
All right. Number 4, Daddy Longlegs XX says,
Oh.
I don't like the person I become when I'm tracking a UPS package. It's true though. You're looking at it. You're like, shit don't add up.
It's not here. Why has
Yeah,
it been
yeah.
sitting there for like 3 hours?
Number 5. Okay, so Planet Ken here says, y'all, this is how my little brother wanted to come out in the family group chat. And I gotta play a video, which I hate. Oh my god.
Do I even want to know?
Like there's a literal closet door and it slides to the side and this dude just like comes out of the closet dancing.
Wow.
That's pretty hype. All right, number 6.
That is how everybody should be able to.
You know who he looks like? He looks like the guy that sung that why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying?
my God.
Oh my god. Quit fucking lying. Oh god. That sounds bad, Barrel. Jesus. All right, number 6. Gordy here says, my roommate got super... Oh, I've seen this one. My roommate got super stoned a couple weeks back and found out you can order a personalized big Toblerone. He immediately forgot about it until it showed up last night. And it says, Tblobnorn. That's what it says on the package.
I bet it made a lot more sense at the time.
Tblobnorn. Yeah, like, what do you want your Toblerone to say? Tblobnorn. All right, number 7.
Just mash the keyboard.
Well, it's basically, it's almost like Toblerone, but it's like me after a bottle of Jack Daniels, you know. It's like, my tongue is raining, you know. All right. Number 7. Denise Camp says, if you turn the Chicago Bulls logo upside down, it's a robot having sex with a crab.
Yeah, that
It
needs to be
is.
shown.
It is,
That
and
needs to be
I'm
shown.
I'm gonna show it in the Discord. So, like I said,
Oh,
guys,
we're
if
showing it all.
if you're not in the Discord, join the Discord. That is the Chicago Bulls logo upside down, and it does. That is
Yeah.
totally and exactly what they said. It is a robot
Thank you.
having sex with a crab.
Oh,
It blew my
God.
mind when I saw that.
That is
Amazing.
so cool.
I wonder if the designer of the logo, like, knew that.
Yeah. It's like, you know, it'll really fucking fuck them up.
Yeah. Number 8. Mike Drucker says, Aladdin, you ain't never had a friend like me. The Lion King, it's the circle of life. The Little Mermaid, wish I could be part of that world. Brave Little Toaster, at some point you will die. And as you die, you will realize the all things you have failed to become.
Oh my
That
God.
movie's got some fucked up shit in it.
Okay, I've never seen The Brave Little Toaster. Is it really that
Neither
fucked
have
out?
I. How
Yes.
did we miss that movie?
It's
It has a very like dystopian end to it. with,
Really?
Like a what do you call it? Where they crush cars, and they watch all these cars just.
Is it a
giving
prequel to
up
what?
on life and like time to die?
Wait, is it
Yep.
is it a distant sequel to Cars, but also a distant prequel to WALL-E?
Ooh, it's the
Wow.
interquel.
There you go. There you go.
Oh
I
man.
remember
And by the
watching
way,
I need to
all
see
the
it.
And by the
time.
way, Cars sucked, but WALL-E was great.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay,
Maybe they were
I
doing
kinda
it in
like-
Cars 3.
I haven't seen
kinda
Cars
like
3.
Cars.
Cars
But I
3
will-
is
I
bad.
like-
Cars 2 was okay.
I only saw the first one, and I'm like, no, I'm good.
2 is much better, I promise you.
Okay, well, I don't need to see it because my nephews have outgrown that phase, you know. Okay, so Reno
Apparently
says,
we need to see the Brave Little Toaster though.
damn, I didn't know it was fucked up like that. Reno says, I was 9 and my parents caught me on Pornhub and forced me to have a picture taken.
What?
I don't like where this is going.
So
No,
it
me
shows
neither.
this extremely embarrassed 9-year-old boy in front of a computer, and there's Pornhub right. I can't post this in the Discord because it breaks my own rules. But and he's wearing a Santa hat for some reason. So they basically were like, "Oh, we're gonna document this. You got caught looking at porn. Click."
and then they put it on the internet.
Well, no, this guy put it on the internet.
Oh, that's right.
I guess
Like
he's just
later.
owning it now.
Well, now it's funny. At the time, it's child abuse. Now it's funny.
Child abuse. Hilarious.
Yeah, hilarious, right? Number 10, Afsana says, I unprivated my Twitter because if my bosses find me, they find me. Why are you even looking? Ugh, you want to kiss me so bad. I mean, that's certainly a way to think about it.
It's escalated a little bit.
Yeah. Number 11, Losing It says,
Somebody coughing in the distance.
yeah, Losing It says, how girls flirt. This picture of these monkeys I sent you who are snuggling, that's you and me. You're the big monkey and I'm the little monkey. How boys flirt. Jesus fucking Christ, you've never seen John Wick? What the fuck, are you out of your mind? Come on over after work then.
Wow.
No, how boys flirt is a picture of their dick.
Oh, no, that's not flirting.
Not all guys.
That's not flirting. That's...
Not all men.
That's called a dick move.
No, well,
Hey,
no. That's not flirting. That's just trying to cast a wide net. Oh my god.
Trying to turn that into a joke, but it didn't happen.
Yeah. Number
Then
12.
Phlegm got in the way.
That's this person's name is like literally 3 M's and a question mark. The stupid clothing stores I stop at gradually moved from calling things boyfriend jeans to the ex-boyfriend shirt, and I'm hoping this is going to lead somewhere interesting like the widower overcoat.
Oh.
Jesus.
I shouldn't be laughing.
They dimmed the lights in that section of the store.
There's like ominous chanting. There's bells. Number 13, Pony says, I refuse to ever teach my daughters the archaic concept of losing one's virginity. Is somebody eating an apple?
What?
What was that sound?
No, he's just typing again.
Oh
I'm
my
not
God.
typing anything.
God damn it.
You're typing everything.
I'm not touching my keyboard.
Are
I
you?
swear to God.
But are you eating an apple?
I'm not eating anything.
It sounded like
Don't you idiots.
that exaggerated sound, like when somebody bites into an apple in a movie. Yeah, like that. Yes, we can see your messages, Moogle. All right, so Pony says, I refuse to ever teach my daughters the archaic concept of losing one's virginity, as if some baby-dicked boy who drives a Honda Civic is really taking something special from you. LMAO. Grow up and overthrow the government.
Whoa, okay.
Damn.
That escalated quickly.
I mean, mood, but still, that did escalate very quickly.
Very.
Chris, like, Arma, are you eating an apple?
Like a freaking
I am eating no such thing.
I'm going to eat an apple during List Critics, so everyone will think I'm an asshole. Crunch. All right.
Hey, I don't need an apple for people to think that.
Oh. All right. Everybody likes you, though. What are you talking about? Number 14.
You know what? You know I was leaning
Number 14. Chloe, we're like an hour into this, and we're on the second list. Chloe says, saying yes, daddy, boring, overused, reinforces patriarchal ideals. Saying yes, chef, cool, inventive, gender neutral. Okay,
I saw that before, and I agree.
Is Chloe the secret like alternate for Gordon Ramsay? Because that's what I imagine goes on in the bedroom. Like, oh, yes, chef. You know, I mean, let's be real.
I mean, after somebody posted that, then I saw a response that was like, then is Hell's Kitchen, like...
Really super kinky.
BDSM?
Yeah. I mean, it kind of is, though.
I bet it's ASMR for some people.
Okay, so I gotta... Where's the lamb sauce? All right, let me read this last one, and then I have to address something from the chat, because it's fucking stupid, but... Number 15, Maple Cocaine says, each day on Twitter there is one main character. The goal is to never be it.
Basically.
That is real. When was the last time somebody was trending for a good reason?
Oh, geez.
Never, right? Yeah, never. Okay, so
There was a time when I had a tweet that went viral, and it was not pleasant.
I would imagine not, no. Moogle says, oh, are people seeing my message? I say, yeah, we can see your messages. And he goes, oh, good, then it's working. I just had mozzarella sticks a few minutes ago. Like, I'm so glad we're getting your messages, Moogle.
Thank God.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm just messing
I
with you.
mean, mozzarella sticks are a big deal.
Okay,
You're making me
that's
hungry.
Friggin'
that's fair.
delicious.
That's fair. Okay, out of 15, this was not particularly terrible. I'm gonna go with 9. What do you guys say? Noun, what do you say?
Out of how much?
15.
I will go with 7.
Okay, Kyle,
I'm gonna go with 8.
Jesse,
12.
12. That's we all set our emotional age. It me. Hello, Xanthia. How goes it?
It you.
That's totally accurate.
It me. Okay, so let me get my Top Buzz app here because I have a bunch of things in there I want to do. So let's go over to my accounts. Yeah. So basically, this app I have that basically is what I use for news, but also has lots and lots of lists. So I'm going to go into my saved things, and we're going to do some lists here. And we're starting off with, from BuzzFeed, 21 awfully weird things that teachers have caught their students secretly doing.
Oh no.
Jerking it.
Oh, that's got to be on here, right? There's no way it's not.
But like jerking it to something weird.
Well, I've already read this, and it's worse than that. Number 1. I teach middle school band, and I specialize in teaching brass instruments to beginners. We work a lot on buzzing our lips to the mouthpiece to make a good sound. One day I walked into our instrument storage room to find a trumpet beginner trying to fart into his mouthpiece to make it buzz. Absolutely disgusting for a piece of equipment that he'll have to put his mouth on for the rest of the school year.
Oh my god.
I mean,
You gotta wait till the end of the school year to do that.
But I mean, he could just clean it off. I mean, if he pulls it off, he's a legend. Let's be real.
Are we counting that as like trying to get off or just being an idiot?
No, that's clearly being an idiot.
It's like
It's yeah. I mean, it's a middle school boy, so that's just the baseline is idiot. Number 2, my 4th graders were cleaning out their desks, and this one little boy had been collecting and trying to breed snails. They ate through his workbooks, all the papers in his drawer, and were trying to escape into other students' drawers.
That is kind of adorable.
Yeah, in a way, that's like that feels like it came out of.
See this.
That feels like a story that like came out of like 2 centuries ago. Like, I got snails in my drawer at work or at school.
What?
Like that's something like you wouldn't figure a kid would do that when they have like a smartphone, you know?
I think it would be funnier if Ride of the Valkyries was playing upon discovery of this. Just snails everywhere.
Yeah. Da, 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 and they're not really moving much, but
Suddenly, I wish they'd add snails to Minecraft so I could like farm snails.
there you go.
Why would you want to farm snails?
Why wouldn't you
farm
want to
snails?
farm snails?
Because you're hungry and you want to eat some escargot.
There you
I
go.
know, right?
If I'm
Or
hungry,
you
I'm
just
gonna eat
really
some
want-
fucking
Okay,
pizza.
wait. So Kyle, you guys don't know that, but Kyle's diet is even worse than AJ's.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
That's
He-
possible.
He basically only eats pizza.
And burgers.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, at least they're customizable.
Tell him your favorite toppings.
Pepperoni.
Tell him your
Extra cheese.
yeah. Tell him your other favorite toppings.
None of the above.
Exactly.
Good lord.
Yeah.
Well, there's more than one kind of pepperoni.
Well, here's the thing. I say you're in college. You're 19 years old. Enjoy it while your body will not reject you for it.
Oh, yes.
You know what I mean? Eventually, you're going to come and people are going to look at you like, how are you still alive? But while you can get away with it, you might as well enjoy all the pepperoni pizza you could eat. All right, number 4. One day I noticed a stuffed cat sitting behind my student's desk. Not a fluffy one that you buy at a store, a legitimate taxidermy cat. When I asked him about it, he said his cat died earlier that week, and now he can always have Buttercup close. As a high school English teacher, I had no words.
It might be a little unsettling, though.
I
Barrel,
want
stop,
to laugh
Barrel,
at the pun.
stop trying to troll people, okay? All right, number 5. During my first year of teaching freshmen, I thought a girl in my class was sneakily using her cell phone in the back row. When I walked up to her to tell her to put it away, I realized that she was actually shaving her legs, completely dry. She said she didn't want to cause a distraction by asking to go to the bathroom. She had no explanation for why exactly her legs needed to be shaved in that moment. I still think about her every time I think a student is on the phone.
Huh.
That is a
Sure,
bizarre
the
thing.
razor burn was worth it.
Like she's doing it and like trying to be, quiet about it or whatever. And then they're like, well, I didn't want to cause a distraction by asking to go to the bathroom. But but you could have just not done it. Like you could do it at home, right? Like what is going on here?
And if you're doing
Maybe
it
her
dry,
parents didn't let her.
wouldn't it make it sound like?
It would not make that sound. I can confirm.
Maybe she was not using an electric razor. Yeah, I mean, let's be real here.
I'm just saying.
Yeah,
maybe
I don't-
her parents wouldn't let her.
Well, you know what? You're probably right. That's probably the most
handle
logical
sharp
explanation. Yeah. Number 6, I saw a student sneeze.
Yeah, we'll say that's the reason.
Yeah, no, it's probably a different reason. I saw a student sneeze into her hands and then lick them. Ew.
Ah!
Oh,
Ew. Okay, number 7. I caught a kid masturbating. Oh, here we go. I caught a kid masturbating in the art room. He'd cut a hole in the pocket of his shorts and was just going to town. When the other teacher called him out on it, he denied it while maintaining eye contact and keeping up his rhythm.
yes.
What the fuck?
I mean, that is a very, that's a dominance move. You're like, I'm not
I know.
masturbating.
I'm not doing what you are.
Just maintain eye contact. the
I'm
whole
not
time.
jerking off. Like, come on. That's nasty. All right, number 8. I teach 4th grade, and I overheard a boy tell his friend how he would peel his skin off after a bad sunburn and eat it. His friend said, that's weird, bro. Don't say that.
So he's
Yeah.
gold member or whatever.
Thank
from,
you.
Austin Powers.
Do you mind if I turn that Billy's gold? It's kind of my thing.
Quick, put it in the skin box.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
gross.
We'll keep that for later.
Oh, God. Oh.
And yes, the teacher call him a jerk.
God damn it.
Oh,
Just
thank
why?
you, Wayne. Number 9, I walked into my classroom to find one of my students had filled up a pair of swimming goggles with water and was attempting to swim around the school. He was 15 years old. Well, he's just living his best life. I mean,
You do you, man.
yeah, it's weird, but it's not harmful at least. Number 10, I found a student drinking chocolate milk out of his shoe.
Why?
We've come a long way. Back in ye olden times, they used to drink champagne out of a lady's slipper. These days, it's chocolate milk out of a sneaker. It's very different.
I mean,
That's
The
just
sneaker
making
would
me
be
more sick than I
absorbing
already
some of
am.
that too.
Wow, everybody
It's like-
said everything at once there. I have no idea what anybody said.
It's like the child's version of Das Boot.
Das Boot? What? No.
You've never seen Beer Fest?
I've seen a movie called Das Boot.
Oh my god,
The
Wayne.
Boat.
Yeah, it was the boat.
Yeah, no, unfortunately
Yeah, no.
they were saying Das Boot and it actually meant a literal boot. And,
oh my God.
The idea was, get this job.
Kyle's dying.
Sorry.
Sorry.
All right, number 11. My students were learning about area, so I had them trace their hand and foot to see which was bigger. Most of the kids took off their shoes and socks, but one girl took it a step too far. She started biting her toenails off in the middle of the classroom and then chewed on them. Boy, that is taking it several steps too far. That's
The
not
chewing
even
part also unnecessary.
that's not even like a logical progression. Like, okay, first you take off your shoes, then you take off your socks, then you bite off your toenails.
That is like some sort of obsessive compulsive behavior right there.
Yeah, probably. Number 12, a student
Nail biters are a thing.
a student of mine used to complete his work by sticky taping a pencil to his cheek and writing. I mean, if he could do that, it seems like it would be counterintuitive, but whatever.
Hey, save time
Trying to
where
be
you
a bunny.
Number 13, I'm a middle school science teacher and I've seen lots of weird stuff. But the weirdest by far has to be the time I caught a student feeding oats to a rat that she had been keeping in her backpack for a week. Apparently, she found it in the school bathroom and named it Hermione. She cried when I made her release it. There's
if it's a stray rat, who knows what it's carrying?
oatmeal, apparently.
Wow.
I mean, just imagine... Yeah, where did they release it? That's a good question, Courtney. Like, you're not just, like, taking it out into the hall and being like, okay, go ahead. Like, hopefully they went outside. But, yeah, that's bizarre. Like, you found a rat and kept it in your backpack. And, like, the rat must have, like, for a week? And you gave it a name? Now, I know people that have pet rats, but this is very different.
That's nasty.
Number 14, one day another teacher at my school decided to bring in her dog. The dog started going ballistic outside of one of my students' lockers. The teacher opened the locker to find at least 3 months' worth of moldy, rotting, rancid sandwiches. It turns out...
Oh my god.
It turns out the student didn't like ham and was afraid to tell his mom that he didn't like her sandwiches.
So then throw them out.
Yeah, I was going to wonder if he ever heard of a garbage can.
I know, right?
Like, no, I must store them. Like, ew.
I must keep my shame.
Yeah. Number 15, I currently...
Still figure it out.
Yeah.
I don't.
Maybe he thinks that his mother comes to the school and looks through the trash. I currently have a student...
Some people's parents.
No, you know what it is? I know what it is. He thinks that, like, if somebody sees him throwing away the sandwiches, it'll get back to his mom.
You know, when you've got a parent who, like, works in the PTA and stuff like that...
Yeah.
And I speak from experience, that's real.
That is, yeah, that's got to be it. Okay, number 15. I currently have a student who sneaks mustard packets from the cafeteria and then tries to eat them on the sly during class. I mean, I like mustard too, but why do you got to be sneaky about it? That's weird.
Just eat it.
Maybe. Well, I guess it would be weird if you did it openly.
Yeah, but notice how they said...
It's weirder if somebody notices you doing it on the sly.
Yeah, tries to eat them on the slide. That doesn't imply that they're literally, like, not being seen, you know what I mean? It sounds like that scene in Ace Ventura when he's, like, doing that overblown stealth thing.
Yeah.
Alright. Number 16, one of my first graders tried to sneak in his dog's eyeball, lost due to cancer, for show and tell.
Holy shit.
What?
That's a very bizarre show and tell.
Yeah, no shit.
Here's my
Do not
dog's
show, do not
eyeball.
tell.
Yeah. Number 17, I had a student who would take nibbles out of her EOS lip balm throughout the day. Ew.
Did she fill it with cheese or something?
Maybe she just liked the taste of lip balm. Number 18. One time I caught a couple of my second graders trying to give each other the Harry Potter scar. I told them if I ever saw anything like that again, I'd ban Harry Potter and anything related to it from our classroom. Problem solved.
I'm not sure how I feel about the lack of, like, detail on how they were trying to give each other the Harry Potter scar.
Maybe just, like, trying to just etch it in with a pencil or something. See now, Courtney, you're scaring me because you're like an EOS cheese stash is a great idea. You're a grown-ass adult. You can just have a piece of cheese whenever the hell you want.
I'm referencing a meme.
I told you about my friend who had a cheese stash, right?
No, you didn't.
Okay,
Cheese
so...
mustache?
No, while I was
Oh.
in high school, one of my friends had this thing where every time he was in the cafeteria, he would just steal some of the those packets of, like, cheese.
Oh, wait, like the Parmesan cheese?
Yep.
Oh, okay, you did tell me. Yeah.
So he has a Market Basket bag just filled with cheese packets.
Can I point out how gross it is that there is something that we are willingly calling cheese but doesn't have to be refrigerated? Like, that's not real cheese. You know that, right?
Yep.
Okay, I'm just saying. You know, it's supposed to be a dairy product.
It tries to embody the spirit of cheese.
And to answer the question that Terry asked,
It's like undead cheese.
it's cheese in quotes. There's like a Z in there, you know. I remember show and tell being a thing only in kindergarten.
I had it in preschool.
Yeah, well, I
had it
didn't
in
go
the
to preschool.
First
So.
grade.
Yeah. So, number 19. Once, while my class was taking a test, I saw something I will never be able to unsee. A student practicing cunnilingus. I'm just like, wow. On the other side of the room, he had his right leg tucked up into his seat where his knee was level with his nose. In the crease of his leg, just above where the back of his calf met the back of his thigh, he had his mouth pressed against his leg. He kept licking the crease of his leg and flicking his tongue across it. I was so staggered by what I was seeing that I couldn't do anything but stare.
Okay, at first I was horrified, and then I'm just used to
Okay.
shit.
I am horrified, but at the same time, I'm thinking about this kid like, well, at least he's planning on pleasing a woman.
Oh, he's gonna have it down.
I
Maybe
mean,
he has a delicious leg.
that's worse. Okay, that doesn't make it better, what you just said. That downgraded it, okay?
Oh no.
Number 20. One of my third graders farted in his own face. During break time, I asked the kids to make a circle and stretch. I taught them some basic stretching exercises, and when we finished, he lifted his legs up in the air, put his bum in front of his face, and farted. He then proudly told everyone that he could fart in his own face. That sounds about right for third grade.
Around this time,
Yeah.
God damn it!
To this day, he's known as Fart Face.
I love how around this time is when like Sparkle's like, I want to join the Discord.
do you like what you see? Do you want to hear more about
Oh my god.
eating out your own leg and farting in your face?
I mean, I try to spread it out and do it every once in a while.
No,
I guess
I'm
that's- came at the best possible time.
No,
and I'm
it's
glad you
good.
do it because now we get to draw attention to it. Totally join the Discord if you haven't. Number 21, I teach middle school, and the most spectacular thing I've ever seen is a young lady who figured out how to get herself off on the edge of a desk. We had to have a talk about only doing that in private, but secretly I'm jealous. I'm 34 years old and I can't get off like that.
Wow.
What sort of things should I admit to right now?
All the things.
All of them.
All the things.
It's possible.
We're family here.
Yeah. Once again, Jesse, that doesn't make it better what you just said. Okay? What you said downgrades the conversation. I'm telling you, that's not phrasing.
Phrasing.
We've killed the noun. She's dead. Farting in your face is some Terrence and Phillip shit, according to Barrel. I can fart in my own face. Okay, so out of 21, I'm gonna give it like a 19. What do you guys say? We'll start with Jesse this time.
I'll also give it a 19.
Kyle.
Same here, 19.
Noon.
I'm gonna give it I can't breathe.
Is that 19?
I think so.
Okay. All right, I got one from Cheeseburger here. 30 people share their biggest fuck-ups at work.
Okie dokie dokie.
I thought in your general direction. That's true, Moogle. All right, number 1. Deleted the entire warehouse inventory database. Didn't know how to get it back up. Thank God for nice IT folks.
Turn it off and on.
Yeah.
Hello, IT. Have you tried turning it off and on again?
Now that you're the one
Typing in
that's
binary.
now you're the one that sounds like Plankton.
How do you get plankton from that?
That voice you did.
I was not going for plankton.
Well, you got there.
Well, it happened.
You got there. Number 2, I'm a teacher. Earlier in my career, a student went missing after second recess. I looked around and realized he never came back. No one could find him. Called parents, no answer. Searched the playground, nothing. Bat signal, no response. School-wide panic. Superintendent office was called and security and police came. He never came to school that day. I missed the fact that he was gone all day and when I took attendance first thing in the morning. Mom called in a panic, wondering why she had 10 missed calls and cops were at her door when she got back from the prearranged doctor's appointment that she made for her son. To be fair, another kid, Sebastian, told me that he saw him jump over the fence and leave at recess. Sebastian lies a lot.
Well, then why
Oh,
the hell
boy.
did she like say that he was there in the first place? What
Well,
happened when she was calling roll?
apparently she wasn't paying enough attention. You know, I actually had this thing where I got like in trouble in school. Like this letter was sent home, and it was the weirdest thing. It was like my first like couple of months of high school, and it accused me of like skipping all these classes, and had this whole list of all these classes I skipped, and my parents were like, "What the fuck," you know? And I'm like, "I didn't do this," and they didn't really believe me at first. And so then they wound up talking to they called the school, they talked to one of the teachers, they talked to the guidance counselor, he laughed in their face. He said, "No, this has got to be a mistake," you know?
Yep.
Because my version of cutting class was just, I just don't go to school. You know what I mean? There was no way that I would like go to certain classes and not others, because that's how they fucking catch you, you know? So anyway, it turned out that one of my teachers, and I still remember this guy's name, Mr. Brace, he was an English teacher, was just really lazy. No, and he wasn't even that he was lazy. At first I thought so. I found out that there was a few days where I wasn't even there. I was absent completely from school, and he thought he was doing me a favor by marking me as there. So
Oh, geez.
every other class was marking me as cutting the class because I was yeah. So it all got fixed. Number 3, I overestimated and cooked too much chicken for our dinner rush at KFC by 400 pieces.
It's a bit extreme.
No, that wasn't the teacher that we messed with the clock. The clock thing was in college. Number 4, in sales, put through a giant order for part number 25503PC. Was supposed to be 25503MC. Custom factory made. 4 weeks later, it arrives on site. Obviously wrong. I just lost the company $30,000.
Oh no.
Dang.
Mistakes were made.
Yeah. Mistakes were, yeah, I'd say so. Number 5, I work in AC. We were installing a custom system in the attic of a very nice baby mansion. If you're not familiar with navigating an attic, you have to be very careful to walk only on the studs and avoid the sheetrock. Near the access hole of the attic, there was a complex duct system that we had to navigate in order to enter or exit. While in the process of straddling one duct and going underneath another, I lost my footing and fell through the sheetrock and ruined their ceiling. Luckily, the customer was very understanding, and my employer has insurance for cases just like that, and I still have my job.
Wow.
Just shit! G.I. Joe.
G.I. Joe, yes.
I just like how duck sounds like duck. And
Yes. Yes.
Wah, wah.
You know what's funny is that one time...
Stud sounds like, stud, so it sounds like a very different story if you want it to be.
If you want it to be, it could be anything.
You're straddling the studs and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I want a new duck.
You know, one time I went to Walmart looking for duct tape, and I couldn't find it, so I asked an employee, could you tell me where the duct tape is? And they brought me to a place where they sold a different product that was literally called duct tape.
Wow.
And it's just
what was its purpose?
It's generic ass masking tape that comes in like fancy colors and shit, and it's called duct tape. And I'm like, no, I need duct tape. And they're like, this is duct tape. And I'm like, just leave me alone.
Tape for ducts.
DUCT. Like, get out of my face. Like, I just bought the tape because I needed tape badly.
Oh, that's it, Barrel, to tape ducks together.
There you go.
Yes.
That makes no sense.
That's like that joke about the duct tape and the pussy willows.
What?
I've told it. Should I tell it on stream again?
Yes, you should tell.
All right. Like, we got to go over to that screen then for that. So we go over to the Real Talk Gunny stream here. So this guy comes outside and he sees his neighbor there walking with some duct tape, and he says, "What are you doing with that duct tape?" He says, "I'm gonna go catch a duck." And he says, first of all, that's not even duct tape, it's duct tape. And secondly, that's not what it's for. The guy's just like, whatever. Sees him in the evening, and he's got a duck with him. So the next day, the guy has chicken wire, and he says, what's that for? And he says, I'm going to catch a chicken. He says, chicken wire isn't for catching chickens, it's for keeping chickens in when you already have one. The guy says, whatever, walks away. Comes back that evening with a chicken. The third day, he says, what do you got there, Bob? Bob says, pussy willows. He says, hold on, let me get my coat.
Hey-oh.
Wow.
When
See, now the unfortunate postscript to that is probably that he was going out to catch a cat.
I was gonna say he's gonna bring back cats.
Yeah. Number 6, I was in charge of moving a desk out of our old building. It was one of those big receptions desks that you see in an office lobby. I called 1-800-JUNK to destroy it and move it out. Well, you might have guessed, but I removed the wrong desk. It cost my work $6,000 to replace it, and somehow I wasn't fired. Yeah, just grab any fucking desk,
Just,
Still a win, though. Terry says it's still a win if you get a cat.
Well, yeah, you're gonna get.
Yeah.
Oh, kitty.
Number 7, serving. I once dropped a salad plate on a baby's head. It left a small bruise. I've never felt more shitty. It was so awful and so awkward. The family stayed to eat the rest of the meal. Fortunately, my manager had another server take over the table. I didn't get fired. I just got a sit-down lecture about how I can't just go dropping plates on babies. They took
It's not like they set out to do.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, an accident. They took the baby to a doctor later to make sure everything was okay. I never heard anything about it, so I guess everything was all right. This makes it one of those things that I'll remember that makes me want to crawl in a hole and hide. I'm cringing so hard now just thinking about it.
That's real. I can understand.
Yeah, no, I can
that.
totally
I'm sure the baby
understand
was
that.
just fine.
I mean, it's just a salad bowl. It's not like it was like a serving tray or anything heavy.
I'm sure the baby was fine, but they're probably gonna think about it.
Number 8, I work in food service. My only big screw up was blowing up a potato in the microwave. A coworker told me to leave it in for 10 minutes, and I left it unattended. The coworker's an asshole. My boss found the microwave spewing black smoke, and the whole place smelled like something was on fire, but everyone was able to laugh it off.
Wow.
That
Kind of like
poor
the time when
microwave.
in my building last year, on all 5 floors, someone set all the microwaves for 10 minutes with popcorn in it.
What an asshole. So
All
they
except
just...
one of those microwaves were rushed outside by one person who had somehow knew about it really quickly and could just run from top of the building outside with a freaking microwave, run back in, grab another one, and just keep doing it. And he got all but one. That one microwave set off the fire alarm.
Of course it did.
Oh,
That hero, though.
Yeah, of course. To
And
come
then
so
for the rest of the
close.
year, the only microwave in the building was on the first floor.
Of course. They ruined it for
no,
everybody.
just a prank, bro.
Yeah, it's just a prank, bro. It's a prank, bro. All right, number 9. I was a
Microwave.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say microwave related. Whenever I use the microwave at work, whenever I press the power level button, you know what I want to put in.
Don't even.
9,000
No,
and
no,
one.
no, 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 no,
no.
no, no. No. No.
Fortunately, no. You're
No.
gonna let me talk.
No.
Fortunately,
No.
these are high or just nothing.
I figured. But I know what you're thinking. Number 9, I was
You know what I
I was a paralegal for a one attorney office. I miscalendared a court appearance and my attorney missed the hearing. Ooh, that's bad. Client ended up having to represent himself on the reckless driving charge, and my attorney had to refund the client about $2,500. Thankfully, both the client and my boss were very gracious about my gross incompetence.
So what happened to the representing themselves then?
Well, you know, they say
How did that go?
they say when you represent the lawyer who represents himself as a fool for a client.
Ha ha.
Nah. Number 10, I was a temp at a galvanizing plant and put about 50 pieces of 20-foot pipe straight from the zinc kettle straight into the quench tank. There's a lot of jargon in this one. And warped every single one of them, rendering them useless. My foreman was livid, and I was lucky not to be fired by him, but he was a good guy and we got along. He also knew that I realized how bad I fucked up, so I got moved to the bucket line galvanizing nuts and bolts, basically something I couldn't ruin. Hey, Flower.
Hey, a flower.
There was a lot of jargon in there, but basically I figured out what happened. He did a bad.
Yeah, he screwed up, and
Yeah.
then he was
I mean, that's
sent to
generally
relegate
what
something
happens.
else.
Yeah, he did a bad. Number 11, worked in a digital forensics lab. I was an intern and wiped the empty drives before we used them. I wiped the evidence.
Oh my god.
No.
Well, somebody got away with whatever fuck shit internet thing they were doing, right?
I hope it wasn't really bad.
Oh, it probably was. They don't send your hard drive to forensics because you sold a Bitcoin or whatever.
A Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Unless
Number
you're in a
12.
Libertarian paradise.
I actually know someone who worked for a company that did forensic data analysis. And he has told me that there were multiple times when he had to get law enforcement involved because when people called him like, hey, I think my ex is hacking me, there was files that were found that shouldn't be there.
See, now, if you have files that you wouldn't want people to see, why would you send your hard drive to the forensics place? Their job
I have
is
files
to...
I wouldn't want people to see.
Yeah, but I mean...
Because it's my embarrassing
Well,
fucking writing.
Yeah, but I mean files that you really, really wouldn't want the police to see. They're obligated to report that kind of stuff if they find it.
Yep. And do you have any idea what data I'm referring to?
Oh, I don't think we need to say it, but we all know what you're talking about.
Yep.
Number 12. I work in a daycare, and just recently I was holding one baby to get her changed, and another baby had crawled behind my feet unbeknownst to me, and I ended up tripping over and landed full force on the baby that I was holding. Luckily, nothing was broken on the baby, but I got nasty bruises. Rather me than the kid. Still haunts me.
Oh my god.
I bet that was scary as hell.
Okay. That made me clench my butt.
What?
Big clench.
That was intense, is what I'm saying. I clenched while reading that, like, oh god, they landed on the
Yeah.
baby. Like, that's terrible. Number 13, accidentally ordered 10,000 of the incorrect envelopes, which cost $600, and none of them could be used. So we had to then buy $600 of the correct ones. The mistake ones are still in the storage room. Luckily, my boss likes me and let it slide, even though I offered to pay the damages.
Huh.
Wow.
I mean, there you go.
Like offering to pay the damages and also the it's fine.
Yeah. Well, you know what's interesting about that is that if the boss is just that cavalier about it, they're clear they have plans for those envelopes. Those are gonna vanish one day. You know what I'm saying?
Like I'll figure them out.
Yeah.
So that's it.
Yeah.
eBay.
No, sell my envelopes on eBay. Number 14. Oh wait, I want to imagine to say the eBay.
The eBay.
The eBays. Oh, that's even better. That's even better. Noun, you've elevated it. See, noun elevates things, but sometimes they get too elevated and we need Jesse to say something.
eBay.
I am a noun-ervator.
No.
Oh, man.
That didn't elevate it.
No, that's what
It
you
did,
take
though.
to get to Noun's place, the Nounovator.
Number 14. I was at a major presentation running audio-video at an off-site venue. I had brought the laptop and a charger power cable. When the VP of the company started talking just before the presentation, I get an alert that the battery is low. I suddenly realized that the charger power cable I grabbed plugged in but wasn't providing any power. They wrote was, but I think that meant wasn't. So after sweating through my shirt, I have to tell the boss that they have no video or audio for the presentation. I was saved by a coworker who happened to be bringing his laptop from work in his car. He ran out and grabbed his charger from his car, and we were back in business.
Huh.
The eBays and Family Feud. There you go. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. The eBays. All right. Number 15. That didn't sound anything like Family Feud. That was more like Elvis coming into the building. All right. I showed up completely blacked out on benzos. Not really sure how that went down. I just remember getting in a taxi. Couldn't tell you why. I take the bus, puking in the bathroom at some point, sitting down behind the counter because I didn't like a customer, and then suddenly I was at home cooking eggs. Somewhere in there's an extremely vivid memory of standing outside a funeral parlor in the rain. They didn't fire me, so that was neat.
There's a lot of
Did I
story
just-
missing here.
Did I just listen to a Pink Floyd song?
I think that was Nine Inch Nails.
It might have been.
Elvis has left the Loose Critics.
At least it wasn't Limp Bizkit.
Oh. Number 16, I took the sunroof out of a vehicle and was waiting on the part to come in, so I covered the big hole in the roof with crash wrap. Crash wrap is flexible plastic-type material that is supposed to cover holes in vehicles to keep the elements out of the interior. Parked the vehicle outside. Part came in a few days later. I went out to the vehicle and saw that the rain from a couple of days prior had pooled in the center of the crash wrap and formed a perfect semi-sphere. The water acted like a magnifying glass and focused the sun onto the car's rear seat and burnt a big line across it as the sun moved in the sky.
Oh, come on. You can't replicate that.
That is fucking metal.
That's honestly really cool.
That is also anti-metal.
Like, like if that was my car and I'd be like, okay, that's actually awesome. You're going to fucking fix it, but that's awesome. Like, I'd want pictures before they fixed it. You know what I mean?
And this perfect semisphere, like,
That's
that'd be nice.
And just like the water becoming a magnifying glass and like lasering the fucking... It's like some James Bond shit, you know? Number 17. I was a receptionist at an obstetrics office.
Oh my.
Blah, 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 blah. I took a phone call from a patient who was at the time 8 months pregnant and had a ruptured disc in her back. Well, I typed the message into the computer and sent it to the doctor, except I reported that the mother-to-be had a ruptured dick. And that is now in her medical record with the correction.
Awesome.
Her doctor found
Wow.
her doctor found that hilarious.
So like every time, somebody's checking their medical records, they're
They
gonna
see-
grin briefly,
they see
and
that,
then
yeah.
they just, keep going.
That's hilarious.
The moral is proofread always. Okay, see, that's not so bad, because like, if that's your worst mistake at work, a typo, it's not so bad.
I actually one time
Plus,
there was two people that had the same first initial and their last name was one character off.
Okay.
And I was talking to someone who forgot their password, so I had to do a password reset.
Mm-hmm.
I reset the person that was one character off, and then about an hour later, we got a call from them saying that their password wasn't working.
Of course. Well, that's not so bad. Barrel brings up a good point. Like, you could use the laser beam water droplet technique to make like some kind of art piece. Just like put some wax in there, see what the fire does,
Yep.
okay.
Okay. You just reminded me also, Kyle, of a story that I was told once when I worked in a computer store way long ago. I was like about 18 years old. And these guys, they went to like the Chubb Institute or whatever, and they told me about this girl that they went...
Chubb Institute.
yeah, Chubb. But it's a real thing. And they told me about this girl that she was very good at computer repair and everything. The only thing is that she was Vietnamese and she could not say the word disk. No matter how she said it, it was dick. So fuck you, Barrel. So anyway, flash the hard dick. Show me the floppy dick. Like, everything that came out of her mouth was hilarious, and they were trying so hard to not let on that it was funny because they didn't want her to feel bad, like they're making fun of her accent basically. So yeah, hard dick, floppy dick, flash the dick, that kind of
Solid
thing.
state dick.
Well, those didn't exist back then, but had they existed, she would have said that. Yes.
Yep.
All right. Number 18 wrote a maintenance service agreement for the Philadelphia Eagles. God damn it. Wrote a maintenance service agreement for the Philadelphia Eagles for their AV equipment and used a boilerplate document last used for the Patriots. I presented it in person to some of their management team and realized in the meeting that I had forgotten to change the name in a couple of spots on the document. A month after they lost the Super Bowl to the Patriots, it was an awkward meeting. Check your work, people. The
Always check your work.
Terry's got a good one. Compact dick.
Digital
He uses
video dick.
compact mode, by the way. Terry uses compact mode on Discord. Who uses compact mode?
Terry.
Well, other than him.
Okay. I don't know. I think compact mode looks terrible, but
He does.
live your best life. Hey, Karamu. All right, number 19. In my forced month... Okay, maybe proofread these posts, people. In my forced month, F-O-R-S-T, of working... Maybe it's 4-S-T is the way they should have written it. Of working retail, I sold $10,000 worth of gift cards to a lady that paid with a credit card. Our register computer had all kinds of warnings and messages when something couldn't be sold or needed an ID, and assumed if it let me ring it up, then it was okay. It was not okay. Apparently, it's against fraud policy to sell more than $500 worth of gift cards per person per day. Thankfully, my manager was able to avoid the entire transaction and invalidate the cards, but holy fuck, were they upset. Astonishingly, I was not fired because the computer training course I completed on Hire didn't mention the gift card limit, so officially I had no way of knowing. That doesn't say much for my lack of judgment, though.
I wonder what the point of the limit is.
So you can't, have people going, I am from the IRS, I need you to pay off your debt. You go and you buy $5,000 worth of iTunes gift cards.
I actually... Did I tell you about the person that was pretending to be the CEO?
Yes, you did. Yes, you
And they
did.
wanted Google Play gift cards.
Google Play, yeah. That's a thing, too, right?
Yep, and they sent it to the entire management.
They're Christmas presents.
I actually recorded this and it's on my YouTube channel, but I got one of those IRS scam calls, and they don't have a person call you. Oh my God, Chris! I got a message that says eat ass. But anyway, it was like, you are wanted for fraud. Call this number, and I was like, oh my God, I'm finally gonna get to talk to IRS scammers. So I called them back, and I recorded myself doing it and everything. And I get this lady, and she's like, "Hello, this is the Internal Revenue Service," And I'm like, "Hi, I'm calling about the scam." And the lady,
one scam,
got so fucking pissed off, like immediately.
Wow.
She goes, "If you think it is a scam, why are you calling, sir? You are wasting your time, yes?" And I'm like, "No, I'm wasting your time." And then she hung up on me. And then I told my nephew Bobby about it the next day, and he wanted me to call them back and fuck with them some more. And I thought, that's a good idea, but they had fucking blocked my number.
Wow.
So,
Wait,
yeah.
they blocked you.
Yes, they blocked me.
Way to go.
Badge of
Usually-
honor,
Am I
no,
not
right?
gonna put?
You get a bunch of those tech support scam numbers. You call them, and then you let them into a virtual machine.
Oh,
and
yeah.
wait
I've seen those
an hour of
videos.
time.
Yeah, I've seen those videos.
I mean, you know how many of those scam callers are around, and
There's loads and loads.
Everybody gets them, and then the IRS is spammed with people who are like concerned that they're going to
Yeah.
get,
And by the way, just
So
for
they're gonna
anybody out there who might be on Twitch listening to this, or might be on YouTube listening to this later, the IRS will never call you ever. They will send you a letter,
yes.
if anything. Okay, it will be super extremely official, but they will never ever call you. Okay.
They will put it on official letterhead.
Yep. Number 20, not me, but a guy at my work accidentally leaned on his keyboard and ordered 10 billion resistors instead of 1,000. Difference of a few million. Our system didn't catch it, but luckily the supplier system is better and phoned to ask if we were sure. Yeah.
It's like making a mistake on the computer. Are you sure you want to do this?
Number 21, I left an entire rack of cheesecakes in the oven for over an hour longer than needed. My manager was not very happy to lose 48 sale units to the trash can. It was my first write-up.
I would
Rightfully so.
I mean, doesn't
If you
logic
can-
dictate that you don't bake cheesecakes that long? Or, like, really anything?
I think they were forgotten, but
you're probably
if you
right.
can get past the gross with a fork, I would totally eat that.
Overcooked cheesecake? I don't know.
I don't know. I would try it just to try it.
Okay, so my
If it's
thing
edible,
about
I'd have
it, if it smelled all right, I would try it. I think that's a
All
good
right.
litmus test, right?
All right, that's a good one.
Moogle says he got one saying that his significant other is cheating on him, but he's single. I got one, and it was an email. Let me bring it up. Oh, do I still have it? It might be deleted. Oh my god, you
I've
guys
gotten so many about
have-
erectile dysfunction.
No. This is better than that. It's an extortion scam that I got on my email. It went to the spam folder, but every once in a while I like to look at my spam folder, partly to see what kind of crazy nonsense is in there, and partly because I want to see if there's anything that shouldn't be in there. For some reason, my spam folder's not loading right now. What's going on
Oh
here?
my god.
I think
So the first result in my spam folder.
Let's hear it.
Don't miss this opportunity to watch Chloe in her birthday suit.
Oh,
I mean,
my.
who Chloe? Is she bad? I mean,
Apparently.
Well,
And
happy
then
birthday to
The
Chloe.
text says,
Happy
Chloe has her webcam turned on now. Did I mention she's totally nude?
yeah, you did. I mean,
By accepting this invitation, have
Oh,
access to
okay.
Chloe's
Gmail is loading very slowly, but I got it. Now, this is a very long email, but I'm going to just read the beginning part because it's hilarious. So this is from a fellow with the totally not at all suspicious name John Smith.
Wow.
And a totally not suspicious at all email, no reply at 6625.com. Hello. You may be wondering what is with this email. Why you have been...
Yeah.
The title of it is You Have Been Recorded. You may be wondering what is with this email, why you have been recorded, so let me explain. You visit pretty often adult websites, and one of them has some malicious code that was executed on your device. And when you click on play button, as you know, there are pop-ups that open every time you click on play button on those types of sites. The grammar is amazing.
This is good grammar.
Yeah. And because you let one of them open for too long, my virus had time to install, because that's how it works, right?
Mm-hmm.
The virus can spread to any other device on your network and can capture everything. Accounts, passwords, everything you do, recording with your microphone or turning on the webcam, and, emphasis theirs, if the webcam has a light, I can disable the light as well, or turning on your smartphone camera. Anything!
They thought of everything.
Well, it's not only in all caps, those parts, but it's also bold. Wait. So the second paragraph is even better. So while you are visiting those websites, my Trojan, aka malware, aka virus, is always enabled to record with your camera, which I don't have, what is going on, and guess what? I got you recorded satisfying yourself.
Oh my god!
But don't... Wait, it's even better. But don't worry, I didn't watch everything in detail. I watch only a few seconds to make sure that I captured can bring me some profit. It is a waste of time to watch the entire video. So is this guy like saying, by the way, I got a video of you jerking off, but no homo?
Yeah, I'm not gay.
I didn't watch it.
He's like, should we go on a date? I really think we should go on a date.
Thank you for the bits, Karamu. In celebration of funny spam emails that make us laugh, so satisfy yourself with these bits. I'm going to let those bits rain down on my junk. Thank you so much for the 110 bits. Subway bits, as it is. And to remind you guys, it is September, so subscriptions to my Twitch channel, which include the Gibbsy Noodle and Goose emoji, is only $2.50 right now. But anyway, yeah, that's a thing.
I've
You know
got
what's
a
funny?
good one in my spam that's like, no fake profiles and no credit card required, and girls will make the first move. Okay.
No
so
head games.
Are we all
that's
just
good.
making the first move?
All
we're just
girls.
all just-
The
all of
monolith.
us. We're just
The
it's
monolithic
like
entity that is
it's
girls.
like a battle royale.
A
Yeah.
girl made of girls.
Yeah, that's exactly it. A girl made of girls. It's made out
It's
of
just
girls.
a battle royale of dating.
Okay. AJ got like basically the same email that I read to you once, except instead of saying satisfy yourself, and the English was even more broken. It says, unfortunately, in the video, you fucked off.
They just checked out for a while.
Yeah, but they meant jerked off, but they didn't know how to say it right. Isn't that great, Caramel? Like, holy shit.
That's amazing.
It's a dating app that has also a battle royale. We call it Player Unknown Tinderground. that was Terry that said that. Caramel says, I can't wait to fuck off. But yeah, the rest of the email is just the guy asking me to send him like bitcoins. All right. And it goes on for a long time because it goes into an explanation of what bitcoins are and how to get them and then how to send them to this asshole.
Skedaddling.
Yeah. Okay, number 23. I was trying to prepare a depot injection of olanzapine, which is an antipsychotic. This jab is notoriously difficult to prepare as you have to mix a powder and oil, neither of which appreciate you for your efforts. I was taught by the nurse who taught me to repeatedly draw up and inject out the mixture into the barrel to allow it to mix properly. Problem is that when I did this, I somehow broke the seal on the vial and a foul mixture of oily olanzapine depot began volcanoing out all over our clinic room bench. Goodbye $400 injection. Hello, very awkward phone call to the on-call pharmacist to explain why I needed him to come in, unlock the hospital pharmacy, and get me another one. And in that, they ordered specific ones for specific people, so the next jab had to wait, and yeah, I hate olanzapine depots.
It was
that would
too
suck.
long for my attention span.
So, too long, didn't read. All right, number 24. I used to work at Denny's, typically the graveyard shift. Oh, my heart goes out to you. So many drunk morons.
The
so
drunks.
little time.
You know, on that note, I was talking to one of my friends who got Domino's last night, She was told by the delivery driver that she was the most sober person that he had delivered to that night.
Hashtag goals. All right. So one of the closing jobs I had to do was make 2 containers of ranch. Ew. Now these containers were big, probably about 2 to 3 gallons. So one night I had almost finished preparing the ranch, and I had to step away. Wait, they're like mixing ranch in the back of Denny's? I thought they just got it from somewhere.
Yeah,
This is
isn't it just
horrifying.
prepared?
I am not okay with this. Okay.
I'm very nervous.
I'm not okay with ranch dressing, but that's another story. I placed the lid on the container, but not fully shut. When I came back to move the gallons of ranch, I grabbed solely by the lid. Why? And plop! The container dropped to the floor, and the ranch went flying everywhere. It drenched me so bad I had an all-white uniform now. It got on several customers, basically the entire Fruit Pep area, and in all the food that was waiting to be delivered. There was a ranch explosion. Holy shit, this is the grossest thing.
The smell.
It's like ranch bukkake. I gave my busboy literally all the tips I'd made that night and then went back to the back freezer and cried like a little baby for the rest of my shift. Karamu! Karamu says that ranch fucked itself off.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's too funny.
It ranched itself.
Oh
That
my
ranch
God.
cocky though.
Like, oh,
I can't get over it.
I wrenched my pants. Okay. I don't know how... Wait, I have to... How many of these are there? Okay. Oh, okay. There's not that many. Because, like, I'm realizing that I'm at number 25 and I'm only halfway down the page, but I also realize there's, like, a fuck ton of ads at the end, so we're actually nearing the end.
You made ranchies there, Caramel.
Number 25. It wasn't a fuck up per se, but when I worked at McDonald's nearly 20 years ago, some customer in the drive-thru threw a chocolate shake at me, yelling that he'd ordered strawberry. I instinctively caught it and threw it back, hitting him in the face and getting chocolate shake all over the interior of his BMW. If my GM wasn't standing damned right near next to me as it happened, I probably would have been fired.
That is the most amazing thing I've ever heard.
Wait, hold on a second. You're saying that you didn't get fired because your manager was right there?
Because he
Maybe
saw.
the manager's super cool.
I guess so, yeah. But I mean, like,
Saw.
people who throw food because their order is wrong deserve that.
Why would you throw your food and not just be like, oh,
I mean,
I'm sorry. This is
Jesse,
wrong,
you
so-"
remember when we did the fast food freakout lists, and like so many of them ended with people throwing food and smashing food, and like there.
You're not solving anything.
Yeah, there was one that I remember to this day of a woman who got like milkshakes and they were the wrong flavor, and she poured them all over like the Wendy's carpet, and then got down on her hands and knees while screaming and mashed the liquid mixture into the carpet while screaming her head off.
What?
Yup.
Yeah.
That's not okay.
The video of the woman who wanted chicken nuggets. Yeah, she tried to like fucking like throw hands at people. All right, number 26. Was working for a tree service company last summer and almost got myself killed or hospitalized. Stood under a tree putting a fall rope back into its bag with my back turned to the climber as he cut a limb off about 4 feet long and 8 inches wide from 20 feet up. And this is like a math problem. Landed an
It's
inch...
a train leaving from St. Louis.
Exactly. What the fuck? And landed an inch away from my feet and missed my head by a hair. Yeah, pretty dumb of me. You could have just said, like, I stood like an idiot next to the tree while the guy cut the branch off. Gotta give me a
sound
like,
super smart.
yeah, right.
I don't get it because
trying
I
to
don't want to do
sound
math on the fly.
trying to sound smart while talking about how fucking stupid you are, right?
Flexing
Holy
those
shit.
numbers.
Number 27. I haven't made a hugely impacting fuck up like the rest of these posts, but in true IT crowd style, I once left the soldering iron on overnight, and when my coworker tossed his jacket on the workbench to help an early bird customer, it burned his jacket and melted the zipper. I'm happy to say that's my worst, and happier that it also involves someone else being silly enough to throw his jacket on a workbench with soldering equipment on it.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
What is this, Uncharted 6? Okay. Number 28. Work at a pizza place. Busy Friday night as usual. Pizza makers ran out of pineapple. Why did they have pineapple? Why is that a thing?
They run out of
Thing.
pineapple.
Ugh.
Pineapple does not belong on pizza.
Oh,
Full-
let's not do this.
Full
Don't-
agreement.
Let's not do this.
Let's do this. Let's do this.
It totally belongs on
It
pizza.
does
I think
not.
that's all right. I think
I
it's
mean-
fine sometimes. There you go.
I think it's nasty, but I don't like come down on people for eating it. But if you put banana on pizza, I'm gonna throw these hands. I'm just saying.
Hold on.
You know,
Bananas?
ask your doctor if these hands are right for you. If you put bananas on your pizza, all right? That's what I'm saying, man. That pisses me off.
Who the
I'm just
fuck
saying,
puts bananas on-
It's Brazilian people. That's
Brazilian
it's
pizza, man. It's wild.
I mean, it is wild. They put peas and corn and bananas and all kinds of crazy crap on their pizza
They
down
just
there.
put their supper on a pizza.
Yeah, basically. And of course Dr. Barrel does because he's gross. All right, so went to go grab a new tin from out back, maybe around 10 tins stacked on top of each other, or supply for the next 3 days. Busy weekends. Trying to tug one tin out from the stack, it's not budging. Okay, why wouldn't you just grab the one that's on the top? This is not going to end well.
Because dumb.
Yeah. Try a little harder. Watch my life flash as all 10 tins somehow crash to the floor. Pineapple fucking everywhere. I'm soaking wet from pineapple juice. At least $400 worth. Probably nobody being able to buy any pizza with pineapple on it for the rest of the weekend. Whoops.
No.
That is true that they put mayonnaise on pizza in Japan, except Japanese mayonnaise is like a completely different concoction than American mayonnaise.
Is it like aioli?
It's more, how do I describe it? It is kind of like aioli, I guess. It's more liquidy. It's not like a gloppy thing. Oh, Karamu has a free fuck up for you. So I was working at a roofing place, and it was getting on near the end of the day, so I was kind of slowly switching off work mode, and I was stupid enough to crush my hammer under a press. I could no longer hammer for the rest of the day. Damn. When you're trying to smash, but you crushed your hammer.
Hammer, don't hurt him.
When you smash, you smash her.
Hammer don't hurt him. The references going back to the very early 90s there. Way to go, Jesse.
Thank you.
Oh, I need to hear that song again. Thank you for that.
Okay, number 29. First job ever as a teenager was at a smoothie bar at a popular market during summer. Loaded up this absolute monolith of a smoothie, placed it on the blending cradle, and hit full power. I forgot to put the fucking lid on. Sprayed purple smoothie chunks all over myself, 2 coworkers, and several customers.
Purple smoothie chunks.
That should be a Zombie Sneak Attack song title, by the way. But
Okay.
I just want to say, like, aren't those things usually designed in such a way that pressing the button doesn't do anything unless the lid is on?
Should.
I mean, that's poor design.
It'd be nice if that was automatic, yes.
Yeah. Okay, and finally, number 30, store manager here said about 100 to 200 SKUs to say we had 0 stock by doing a wrong stock take, and our system automatically reorders the stock. That resulted in us getting way too many cases of extra
Stop
stock.
saying stock.
Stock!
Stock!
But at
no!
least...
Stock.
You want to play some Smash Brothers? We could do stock battle. But...
What would you set the stock to? 5 stock?
Moist. But at least I wasn't the one who signed off production on a new product and forgot to ensure a barcode was on it. Can we get a stock in chat for now?
I don't get it.
I forgot
Okay.
what we were-
So they did a math error and the whole computer system wound up ordering a whole bunch of shit they didn't need. There's nothing to get.
But why is we're saying stock so funny?
I don't know. It
Because
was
I said it so much.
it
and I
was
like, please stop saying
it was
stock.
used way too many times in a row, and now everybody in the chat is spamming stock, which is
Yeah,
amazing.
Unfortunately, I didn't get on this ride, so I'm just kind of stranded.
You're just like,
Oh my.
I feel like I
want to get
missed
off
out
Mr.
on
Stock's.
something.
I want to get off Mr. Stock's wild ride.
Barrel, are you on Mr. Stark's wild ride? I don't know why I picked Barrel for that. I just figured he's up for anything. Stonks! Okay.
Yes.
Out of 20... Oh, I'm sorry, out of 30, I'm going to give that a 25. You guys tell me some numbers. What do you guys think?
24.
So we're doing it out of 30?
Out of 30, yeah.
I'm going to be harsh. I'm going to say 19.
Oh! 19 stocks.
Wait, but it okay, stocks pushes it up to 20.
There you go.
I'm feeling 26 sensationally with my hands.
Jesse, once again, you've devolved everything. Okay, I got another one here. I know we're nearing the end of the live stream here, but I have a few more I need to get to because they're just
about to
so
let the
good.
prisoners go.
Hey, Necro.
Yeah.
Do you remember the 21st night of September?
No, I don't.
Do you remember?
Do you remember when we used to dance? Boom, boom, shh. Okay. This is HR employees share the most hilarious and ridiculous complaints they've ever received. And this is from Cheeseburger.
Let me speak to your manager.
Okay. All right, so here's the first one. My work has one men's toilet. Had one coworker complain that another guy kept using the bathroom before him and doing big old poos. But the way he said big old poos. But the way he said it was like this guy knew when he was about to go, ninja'd in just before him, dropped a massive stinker, and then forced the other guy to marinate in the smell when he went to take a leak afterwards. We ended up adding a can of air freshener to the bathroom, and the next complaint that came in was that the poo guy never used it.
What?
Man, this guy must have some serious intestinal tract problems if he's pooping that much.
No, the other guy's got some serious paranoia issues if he's like, he's doing it on purpose.
On purpose.
There's somebody on my floor of the office who I don't know how.
Winnie the Pooh.
Oh God.
She does not flush the toilet, and it's
why?
It's
did
horrifying.
Did her parents not teach her that you flush?
But the thing is that I don't know how she doesn't flush it because they have motion detectors.
It's a ghost poo.
It's seriously.
All right. We don't have that much time to get through this stuff, so we gotta continue here. All right. I recently had HR tell me that one of my staff had been undersupplied in his annual leave over the past few years and that he needed to take at least 10 days off the next 6 months to correct the leave liability. Paid at a higher rate than usual to make up for the error, of course. He could take a 2-week block or say a day off a week until he'd use the leave, his choice. He was so enraged over being given extra paid holidays that he wrote to our general manager to complain, screamed at me, I know my rights, refused to leave, or even to discuss why he wouldn't take it. Anyway, I wrote his performance review this week, and there are multiple goals about professional, respectful behavior that need to be reached in order for him to get a raise this year. Yeah, not so much. Oh, and he still has to take his 10 days off. Imagine like somebody coming up to you at work and being like, you have to take off 10 days and because we made an error, you're going to get paid extra for that 10 days. And you're like, I know my rights, fuck you. Like, what? Am I being detained?
I don't understand this logic here. I don't understand.
There is no logic. There is no logic. HR consultant for 10 plus years, you won't believe the amount of times I've had to shut people down for trying to sell their pyramid scheme side hustle in the office. Boy, that's a good way to get punched. Let me just put that out there.
True.
Yeah.
Punches in your future.
Was once.
How'd you like a nice Hawaiian punch?
I know my rights to fuck off and have a guy in India record it. Was once asked to investigate a sexual harassment situation where 3 different women were coming on to a male coworker throughout their shift. I took down the details, got the names, easy peasy investigation, so I thought. A week later, nobody by these descriptions or names had ever worked for the company. I decided to talk to the gentleman again. After a lengthy conversation where things didn't quite stack up, I asked him how these women communicated with him. I shit you not, with a straight face, he looks me in the eye and replies, telepathically, like I'm some kind of idiot. I had never sent an employee for psychological evaluation up to that point, and I hope never to have to again. So yeah, I was asked by a delusional schizophrenic to conduct a sex harassment investigation on the voices in his head.
Yikes.
You know, I gotta say though, like if you gotta hear voices, because I know schizophrenia is a very real thing and it can be really fucking scary, but if the voices are telling you that you're sexy, at least that's a positive thing, because from what I've heard, the voices can be kind of nasty.
Yeah,
Just
they
saying.
can tell you to do things.
Or that you ain't shit.
If they ask you to make deals with the stars, don't.
Yeah, don't do that. I'm sure that's a reference to something, and I just don't know what it is.
If they make you think a dog is telling you to kill people, don't do it.
Yeah. Terry gets the reference. I don't. Not HR, but I have a story about an HR person that I will never forget. The company I worked for hired a new girl in the HR department. She was young and very enthusiastic. I'm sure this was probably her first job out of college. Cut to a week or so later, and I'm riding in the elevator on the way up to the executive floor, and she steps in with me. A couple of floors later, we stop, and an older gentleman wearing a polo shirt and jeans gets on. Before I could greet him, she says, "Pretty casual for a workday, huh?" I had to stifle my laughter when he replied with, "Well, that's one of the benefits of owning the company." She turned into she turned an amazing color of red that I hadn't seen before. It was all in good fun, though. She ended up working there for a long time.
Oh, that's good. Though.
Wow.
That's why you don't flex like that.
That's when you grab your collar and go.
Yeah, 20 years in HR, 2 female employees visited me to complain that their female team leader didn't wear underwear under her work pants.
What?
Why do you know this?
How would you know that? Yikes. Yikes on bikes.
Very
I would
vocal.
want to know that.
Maybe she told them. I mean, that.
Why is this important to know?
Yeah, but like if your female superior told you, "I'm not wearing any underwear," that is a call to HR, isn't it?
Okay, yeah, that is.
Okay, just saying.
Framed that way, yes.
Yeah, it could have been that. I told my coworker as professionally as I could that it wasn't appropriate for her to keep using her phone while at work, teaching kids supposedly. She spent all her time on Facebook. Little kids would be screaming and wailing on each other literally 10 feet away, and she was totally oblivious. She complained by email to HR that I was rude and confrontational. They pulled me aside and told me to be more careful about how I spoke to coworkers. I told them my side of the story. They spoke to her again. She got a written warning. They didn't tell me what happened, but I gather from office gossip that she lost her shit and started shouting at the HR staff. Rude and confrontational, perhaps? Anyway, she's on her final warning now, and she has a habit of hitting on the married dads of our kids, involving children in adult matters. Why hasn't your mommy paid your fees yet? Don't you want to come to daycare? And generally being an unprofessional, self-absorbed pita. So, can't wait till she gets fired.
Wow.
See you, Karamo.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's a thing.
Karamo says, head to bed, Negro, enjoy your 110 bits, and remember to always fuck off.
Ladies.
That's one way to head out.
My partner is in HR. Someone took a shit on the job site. He was given a photo complete with measurements. The people complained wanted DNA testing done. He's still not sure why they measured it.
See if you can break the record.
Imagine they were like, "We got to send this to HR. I said, take a picture. We should measure it. Why? Well, they might need all the information they can get if they have to measure people's assholes and such. Find the culprit."
What?
I'm just trying to imagine the kind of fuck shit that would go through somebody's head that they would measure the poop. Okay, an employee used a very derogatory term to make fun of a customer who was in the back of the store while talking to the customer who was at the counter, who happened to be the other customer's mother. Yikes.
Wow.
You wouldn't believe the headaches that I received when management signed a new copier printer lease, which reduced the overall number of printers in exchange for centrally located multiplex copiers. Evidently, people felt their social standing is signified by if they have a printer or two in their office. My favorite was an executive assistant who stated that because she wears heels to work, she couldn't walk to the new copier, and requested that a reasonable accommodation would be to replace the printer that she had in her office.
Real talk though, walking in heels, pain in the ass.
I'm
Pain
sure.
in the foot.
I mean, she could just not wear heels, though. Problem solved.
Could she?
I'm going to assume that.
I would hope so.
I would very much hope so. I don't see the point of heels, to be honest.
To make the legs look more shapely.
I don't think it works like that. Does it work like that?
You might want to Google it.
I don't know. That would be going down a rabbit hole, which might lead to fucking off. Just saying.
It might lead to
We
despair
can't have
of-
any off.
I win. All right.
Shut up.
I worked in HR and payroll at a restaurant/hotel. We had 150 employees. Inevitably, I'd get 5 or 6 phone calls from former staff members in mid-April wondering where their tax information was. One former waitress called reaming me out because she couldn't file her effing taxes because of us and needed her refund since she had goddamn kids to feed. So I found a copy of her W-2, which had been mailed to her in January at her previous address. I noticed she had only worked for us for about a week, and we hadn't even deducted federal taxes. I went to put her current address in her old employee folder and noticed her manager had written up a dismissal form. It asked if we should ever rehire this employee, and he wrote only if she took anger management classes first.
Wow.
She's got 5 kids to feed.
Damn.
Yeah.
I was the complainer. My buddy was dating a girl who worked in HR at my company. Their relationship starting was totally unrelated to me. They had gone to college together. He dumped her, and she didn't take it well and started threatening my job since I was still friends with him. I lodged a complaint just through the main email, hrcomplaints@company.com or whatever it was. My complaint was assigned to guess who? I ended up having to independently schedule a meeting with the VP of HR because the regular reps and middle managers were protecting their rep rather than believing me. No, I'd rather not. My legs are already sexy enough now. And people who are listening to this on YouTube have no idea why I said that. And that's why you need to come to the Twitch streams. You have to come to the Twitch streams. Just look in the chat, Sparkle. Not HR, but my company is too small to have one, so it just falls on me. Used to have an AR clerk who would snack at her desk. Jesus Christ, are you okay?
Sorry.
Somebody died.
Used to have
a little bit.
just dying inside a little bit each day. Used to have an AR clerk who would snack at her desk all day long. We're a pretty casual, laid-back company, so it's not a big deal as long as she was getting her work done. But then it escalated to having food constantly being delivered. Tacos in the morning, pizza at lunch, Chinese in the afternoon. It was bizarre, and it made it difficult for her to work when she's eating full meals all day. I was...
Living the life, though.
Damn right. I was on the fence about saying something until she brought in an Instant Pot. She plugged it in and cooked a freaking pot roast at her desk, poured in barbecue sauce she brought, and ate from it all day. I was dumbfounded. It was so strange. I pulled her aside the next day and told her how unprofessional it was. She was shocked and told me that I was being unfair because I never specifically said that no one was allowed to bring in an Instant Pot. She truly seemed genuinely surprised that she wasn't allowed to do that. She scaled it down after that, but sometimes I wonder how much further she would have gone if I never said anything.
Why wasn't the response like,
Thank
okay,
you
we'll keep going?
for the follow, Greg. Yeah, I would imagine that like if he hadn't stepped in there, maybe the next step is like an actual chef standing there cutting meat from like a very large skewer, you know?
Like if she was doing she was doing her job, if she was doing her work, like why not just let her keep going with that?
But apparently she wasn't. That's the thing. It did say that it started out that she was, but then as it got worse, it was like she's constantly eating. And then she started cooking food instead of ordering it. So wow.
Next year, well, she should be planting the crops.
Yes, right.
That's the next step.
Like you come in and there's like a cow standing there and she's like giving it beer and massaging it and she's like, tomorrow I'm gonna have Wagyu beef.
It's an emotional support cow, so that's why it's allowed in the office.
Yeah. All right. Emotional support cattle. All right. I worked in HR and my coworker hated me. She wanted someone else to get the job, and I did, and she would complain about me to management for anything. The final straw for everyone was when I sneezed and she slammed her keyboard on her desk, basically ran out of the room and didn't come back for 30 minutes. Management called me in and said I was making too much noise. I told them I sneezed, and they said that she would complain about me every day, so they didn't believe her, but they had to make it look like they were doing something. She left shortly after.
I wonder why.
Yeah. We had a complaint about the toilet roll holders were too low in the stalls because when a guy was taking a poo, his knees were hitting the holders. We then lifted all the stalls' toilet roll holders 8 inches on whole company site so that no knees would hit the toilet roll holders. No complaint since. HR working for the people. Hell yeah.
Oh, everything turned out okay.
Everything turned out better than expected. My HR department once fell for a phishing email, Kyle, and sent everyone's W-2s to a random hacker.
What?
HR then informed everyone via mass email with no RID receipts at 9 p.m. on a Friday, even though multiple people were on vacation and had left instructions to be called in an emergency. When I got back... Well, they handled this wrong in every single turn, huh? When I got back from a trip a week later and expressed my concern about her not actually notifying me about this, she totally brushed it off, said, "Do you realize that I need to freeze my credit and 7 days late in doing so?" She said, "No, don't freeze your credit. You won't be able to use your credit cards if you do." Wow. Another time, during a workers' comp claim, I needed to speak to our claims adjuster, and she said an adjuster doesn't get assigned until after the claim is settled, which is not at all how it works. That is the exact opposite of how that works. She was my stupid complaint. As Riddle said, the fuck?
Yeah.
There are no words. That is just...
It sounds wrong. I'm not quite sure exactly how it all syncs up, but it sounds wrong.
It sounds wrong because it's wrong on every level at every step of the way. And thank you, Chris, for the 10 bits. Subway 1, Subway 1, Subway 1, Subway 1.
Just sub overload.
Subway. That's 11 bits, actually, because it's 10 plus 10%. I do like Subway. And this whole September thing has really made me think about how it's been a long-ass time since I've had a sweet onion chicken teriyaki. Sandwiches. Sounds good to me. Not an HR employee, but I recently reported a bus driver for bringing his girlfriend to work and rubbing her feet while driving. Yeah, what could possibly go wrong? She sat on the...
What?
Wait. There's an explanation. This is great. She sat on the spot right behind the driver and put her feet where he could reach them with one hand. I took a picture of the whole thing and debated on what to do with it for a while. On the one side, I didn't want this guy to lose his job or to have to explain why he was rubbing his girlfriend's feet at work. Imagine the awkwardness. On the other side, he missed a turn and then took a U-turn on a downhill blind curve where we could have easily have gotten nailed. In the end, I came to the conclusion when other people's lives are in your hands, that's when your hands should focus on.
Good one.
Yeah. I agree.
Okay. An attempt was made.
An attempt. Had a lot of people ask for more hours. I would tell them, I don't have more hours in your department, but I can give you hours in X department. Next schedule would come out, and they would say, I have too many hours. So then I would give them like 10 fewer hours with still 15 to 25 hours. And then it would be, I don't have enough hours. So then I would say, okay, remember that week when I gave you 30 or 35 hours and that was too much? And they would say, I want 35 hours. So then I would try my best and usually end up with 30 hours because hours were slim. And then it would be, I have too many hours. And then I would stop talking to them because I was going crazy.
Is hours a word? I'm not sure that hours is a word anymore.
When you say something enough, like stock, for example, it's no longer a word, it's just noises.
Hours stock.
You're just
mouth noise.
you're just going hours stock. You're not speaking any human language anymore. You're just making noise. Terry's like, that's so fucking real. It is real. She came in with a complaint that she tried to give one of the younger guys a hug and he refused. His story was that he basically had to run away. I had to explain to a middle-aged woman that it was not her right to hug people who didn't want to be hugged. She still didn't get it and left thinking that she was still in the right.
Bad touch.
I hate people like that.
I'm a hugger. Are you a hugger?
Wow.
No, like, if I don't want you touching me, get the fuck away from me. But imagine that.
People.
What really amazes me, I bet. No, but what really amazes me about this story is that it wasn't him complaining to HR that he had to run away from her vicious hugs. Was that she went to HR to complain that this guy wouldn't let her hug him.
It's my God-given right to hug who I want. Well,
Yeah, I mean,
I am aggressively huggy, okay?
if God gave you that right, then God's fired, because that ain't cool.
God bless that person who is
Yeah.
huggable. for a reason.
It's Amy Rose and Sonic. That's who it
Oh,
was.
no.
Yeah, that's who it was. All right, I was the one being complained about. A patient had asked if it was okay to remove her IV fluids because she was going home. She was one of those people who was very convinced that if we took her fluids out, she would die. She was admitted for the common cold and uses her insurance to pay like this so she doesn't have to spend a dime. Well, that's what insurance is for, right? Anyway, I told her that it's okay, ma'am. We're just running regular saline water through your IV. No more meds. You can go home today and we can take that out. Get a notice from HR the next day that I wasn't using proper medical terminology for IV fluids. HR didn't do shit. They just tossed the complaint at me without asking questions. There you go. She needs a hugging post. There you go.
Huh.
She's one of those hug boxes. All right. From wife, as she has worked in HR for 17 years. She's more on the legal side of HR for a huge national grocery chain. Employee gets written up for disappearing during shift. Manager and supervisors call them multiple times. Employee returns 30 minutes later like nothing happened. Did not have a valid excuse like I was outside with a customer or whatever. They look, too. He files a union grievance and complaint. Union schedules an arbitration hearing at their offices, so wife has to make an hour drive to represent the company. Store manager needs to be on hand as he is issued the write-up. Normally this would be a fine, don't do it again, and we will came into the union. What? But wife found out the property manager just had perimeter cameras installed. Wife shows up to the meeting. Clerk brings his mom, even though he is 18 or 19. Dude says he never hears calls for him to come to front. She explains that they are loudspeakers in the back dock area. He says he wasn't there. She lets him keep talking. Then she opens her laptop and plays a video. Is that you? Dude goes white as on the screen he is seen lifting a local prostitute's skirt and fucking her. Turns out the guy's girlfriend worked at a different department at the same store and was there that same day. He ends up quitting and girlfriend breaks up with him.
huh.
Wow.
Yeah, that is what they were designed for now. The hug boxes. It's a very real thing and it's actually really helpful. I remember seeing it on the news ages ago.
You know, I just remembered a story you told me once.
Oh no. This could be bad.
It wasn't that bad. It was just you were there for a job interview.
Uh-huh.
And someone showed up with their mom. Do you remember this at all?
I don't, believe it or
Okay,
not.
maybe it was
I don't remember.
our old friend that told this story, but
It was. Now I
Yeah.
remember it. Yep. It was that person.
yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Never mind. Moving along. I've got two more of these. I don't know if this story fits, but I'll tell it anyway.
That was not awkward at all.
Are you okay? Are you okay now?
This is fine.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine.
You're fine.
Everything
But
is fine.
but everything you said.
Everything is okay.
But just to let you know now, everything you said in chat is correct.
Okay, I'm glad to hear that.
And because I've heard people
Why
use-
were you asking if I'm okay?
I've heard people using that term in that derogatory manner in the past, so I do agree with you on that. I don't know if this story fits, but I'll tell it anyway. I went to HR once to complain that my manager refused to give me a couple of vacation days. The HR lady reminded me about the boilerplate rule that vacation time must be mutually acceptable to the employee and the company. I then pulled out 6 more vacation requests that had all been denied, including one that was denied in writing for a reason that was not permitted. I asked her if the company is allowed to say that it's never acceptable. My last request was undenied.
Undenied.
No, not the person who had a made-up name. Another person. Chris. All right, and finally, she wanted to lodge a complaint against a colleague who had a new TV delivered to the office instead of home, and she thought her colleague spending money on the TV was irresponsible.
So what? It's his money.
Yeah, I don't like that he bought that TV.
I mean, I had all my computer parts shipped to my office.
That's a
But
big
it's
who
not
cares,
a question,
yeah.
Because they're computer parts and IT.
So anyway, I don't know. Does it say how many there was? Hold on a second. No, it doesn't. So let's give that a letter grade. I'm going to give that a a B for bitch.
I'm gonna give it a B plus.
For bitch plus.
I'm gonna give it a B minus.
For bitch minus.
All right, I'll give it an A minus.
For asshole minus.
No, for bottleneck dolphin.
Bottleneck dolphin.
I know it's bottle-nosed.
It doesn't. No, it's both. It's now bottlenecked and bottlenose. It's literally a bottle that goes. And this is where everybody realizes that NecroVMX cannot make dolphin sounds. And I thank everybody for coming. This has been the List Critics. We are going to do a raid. Please, if you're in the chat right now, please stick around for the raid. It really helps me out if you stick around. We're going to go over to the raid screen. Yes, don't forget the oofs and the honks. If you're subscribers, use your emojis as you go into the next person's channel. And we're going to go over the schedule really briefly, guys, because we have a lot of cool stuff coming up this week on the Twitch streams. And of course, the schedule is always available over on my Discord channel. So, tomorrow night at 8 p.m., we're going to be playing East Books 1 and 2. Love it, love it. Had a lot of fun last week, so definitely be around for that. It is the TurboGrafx CD version. Monday at 1 p.m., Injustice 2. That took a skip week because I was sick, so we're returning to Injustice 2. Tuesday at 8 p.m. will be Undertale. Wednesday at 1 p.m., Dragon Quest XI. Thursday at 8 p.m., we'll hopefully be finishing Ultima Runes of Virtue. Friday at 2 p.m., more Dragon Quest XI. Gibbsy Noodle, Gibbsy Noodle, Gibbsy Noodle. And then Saturday at 8 p.m., we are going to be starting Star Tropics 2. I have no idea how that's going to go. But let's see. Where are we going to send you guys?
I'm so looking forward to Star Tropics 2. I can't even express myself.
I have 2 separate people playing Zelda 2.
I only see one playing Zelda 2.
Zelda 2.
I have Persona 4 and I have Splatoon 2.
I love Persona 4, but
what about
Zelda
A Link to the
2.
Past?
No, I'm going to go with the people that I'm currently following.
Fair enough.
I'm thinking Zelda 2.
Okay, so we're going to raid somebody that I've not yet raided. Their name is Dig Shake.
Hopefully they're not going to be an asshole.
Oh,
Dig Shake, he created the Zelda 2 randomizer.
Yes, and that's who we're going to raid right now. And Dig Shake is currently not playing Zelda 2 traditionally, but a ROM hack, apparently. And it looks pretty interesting because he's playing as a Stalfos Knight.
Oh, I think that might be the randomizer, actually. One of the features is you can make yourself look like other people.
Well, no, this is like a unique sprite. Like the Stalfos has a sword and a shield.
Oh, sweet.
And it's got a unique overworld sprite. Like there's no like little skeleton guy. This is a ROM hack. This is not randomized. I mean, it might be randomized on top of everything. It does say that it's randomized, but it's a randomized ROM hack. But anyway, we're gonna
Your Papa Skinner.
We're gonna head over there. So as you go into this guy's channel, if you're a subscriber, raid oof 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 with the Gibbsy Noodle raid honk 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 with the goose. And by the way, I'm going to be changing the higher tier sub emotes. The Bobby and Nathan heads were really just placeholders, but we're going to be adding the Yeet Wolf to that, so that's going to be really cool. Just to, if you want to spend a little extra bit of money, and we'll come up with something even for tier 3. So we'll head on over there. I'll see you guys at Dig Shake's channel. I'll see you guys around in general. I'll see you guys tomorrow night for some East Books 1 and 2, and I'll just see you around in general. Yeet!
Yeet!